right. Looks like... Oh, wait, not yet. All right, there we go. All right, what's good, everyone? Hold up, give me just 1 second. Oh my gosh, it was so hot today. And I was outside with family, running around with kids and getting them food and all sorts of stuff, man. So, man, it was crazy today. But we are here. We are back with the not Spawncast. John is not having a Spawncast tonight, obviously. I think he probably made the announcement on Twitter, but I know he DM'd us. We're not having a Spawncast tonight. This is not the Spawncast, but it's still me. I mean, I'm still here. So yeah, you guys can help me pay my power bill. Rent's due. So, all that good stuff. So we're doing the struggle stream right now, guys. Doing the struggle stream. Your boy can barely afford food. Barely afford food. I don't own my actual home. All sorts of crazy stuff happening today. We'll get into all that. There's no spawn wave tonight, guys. There's no Spawncast tonight. Clearly, there's no Spawncast tonight. There's no Spawncast tonight, guys. That's why it's called not Spawncast, because there's no Spawncast tonight. Water tastes great on a hot day. Hanging out with the homies here. So what's good? So tonight we're going to be talking about Astrobot Game of the Year potential. Astrobot. We're going to be talking about what else are we going to be talking about? We're going to be talking about Xenoblade Chronicles X, new rumors, new stuff, new everything, new jeans. Yo, K-pop in the house. We're going to be talking about new Switch 2 rumors. Mick rumors on the Mick Switch 2. We're going to be talking about Visions of Mana sales flop. All of the best news for the week and anything else you want to talk about. So, make sure you guys hit that like button. Let them know that we out here, that we're lit, ready to go. Hit that like button, like I said, and help your boy pay his energy bill. Let's get it. We're just going to start calling you guys Energy Elite Ninjas. Or Rent Elite Ninjas. I don't pay rent, but if I did, Rent Ninjas. Damn, didn't know Visions flopped. Yeah, it flopped in Japan. So we're going to talk about that. John's fine, guys. He's not dead or anything. He's just something came up. It's just, so. Oh my gosh. Nothing tastes better when you get like that new fridge, you know what I'm saying? Those new, you guys, any of you guys have one of these like new fridges? And you pop in that fresh water filter? Oh man, bro. We got a new fridge and we popped in that fresh water filter. Bro, and it just, the crispest, nicest water, man. Like better than bottled water. Easily. All right, let's do this. Yum Yum Game with the $2 holla. Nintendo Prime is here. What's up, Prime? Whoa! Yeah, Nebraska is kicking Colorado's butts. Yeah, they are. Colorado's getting manhandled. I didn't know you were into football, B Queen. That's cool. Shaw X with the $5. Yum Yum says, what happened? Not enough people going live. No, John has something that he's doing. So he couldn't make it tonight. But we'll be back next week probably. So it's not that. I mean, even if we had no people to do it, like John would probably still do it by himself. He would just go on live by himself. But I would be there. Even if there's only 2 people, I would be there. Shaw X says, what up, big homie? Day 22 on strike and enjoying time off playing games. Hope all is well. 22 days. Looks like this one's going to be the long haul right now, huh? It's going to be the long haul right now. Yo, I got you. Hey, man. Big love to Shaw X right now and his company. They're going through a strike. So you guys put him in your love and prayers and all that good stuff, man. He's having a good attitude about it. He's having a very good attitude about it. So I like that. Next up is from, thank you for the $5. But my man Shaw X, you're not the Hokage Extreme Ninja. You guys all give my man Shaw X some big love. Yo, anybody does 5 or more, you can put out Shaw X on the top of the board. Jesse showed it with the 2 says, will you play Funko Fusion on the 13th? Funko Fusion. No. Probably not. To be honest, probably not. Because it doesn't look like my type of game. I don't know, maybe if it pops off, maybe if they reach out to me, I'm not sure, Jesse. Good question though. I mean, people have been asking about that game. I'm not a Funko Pop person though. Like, I've never been into Funko Pops. So yeah, it never really caught my eye. But it actually looks like a pretty crazy cross-up or a crossover between, you know, all those different IPs. So, I mean, I guess it could be kind of fun, right? Hold the line! Hey, you're holding the line better than the Xbox guys, I'll tell you that right now. They stopped holding the line, dude. Better than some of those Xbox guys. Not all of them, some of them. Oh my goodness. Goodness! No Spawncast today. Yeah, just JK, just poking on some of these crazy Spawncast viewers tend to be happy whenever you are on the Spawncast. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. No Funko for you, says Snake. What's up, Snake? Welcome. What is good? Thank you. I love to see that little Sheik and Zelda. For those who don't know, Sheik's my favorite, like one of my favorite, if not my favorite, like Nintendo character. One of my favorites. Omar Carrillo. What's up, Omar? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Who have I not said what up to, though? We got a lot of people here, and I have not said what up to, like, 95% of you guys. Andrew F. Astrobot is the hero we needed to save us from Concord. Yes. This is definitely the best non-Spawncast. Yes, Figure Drawing. Yes, you got it all right, man. I like you, Figure Drawing. Let's go. Fallenick. What's up, Fallenick? Good to see you here. What is up, Projo? Is this the Spawncast show? Yes, it is now. This is my show now. Yeah, it was about 100 degrees today. It was about 100 degrees. I mean, there was canopies and there was, you know, they had, oh man, like this was in a super nice neighborhood. I mean, I live on a nice side of town, so most of that, pretty much all the houses around here are pretty nice, but we kind of went further out, kind of like more into the countryside. And it was a super nice house, man. It was really nice. Nice backyard. They had a big pool. They had a big grass area. They had pizza. They had pizza with the flavored crust. They had Coke Zeros. They had beer. They had they had everything, man. All the kids were playing. It was just a good time. Super nice neighborhood, very clean and nice. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I was there with my nephews. And my sister, and she has 3 kids, so she kind of needs help, you know. Kid, I mean, she has a baby, so she needed a little bit of help, you know, helping with the kids, you know, because you know just how kids are. But yeah, they had good food, man. They had good food. They had all sorts of stuff, man. All sorts of stuff. So it was fun. It was fun. Just help my sister out. Let's see here. OG holding down the fort for the Spawncast. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Holding it down, baby. Holding it down downtown. All right. Holding it downtown and all right. I didn't drink any beer though. No beer for me. No beer for me. I just had like a Coke. I had a couple Coke Zeros. I had some Hungry Howie's pizza flavored crust. It was delicious, man. Some garlic crust. What else did I have? I think that's it. Yeah, I just had some pizza. It was good. It was good. Good stuff. Let's see here. I've got Astrobot music stuck in my head for a while while watching. You know what? I don't remember any of the Astrobot tracks, but I know that they're good. I don't remember any of them, even though I've been playing. I think I put like 6 or 7 hours into the game already. And yeah, it's good. The music's good. I just don't remember. I can't remember anything off the top of my head. That's why I'm drinking water like crazy, guys. You know, for the last like hour, I was talking to some guy that was like coaching basketball like at the college here. So I didn't really drink anything. I had like a Coke Zero here or there, but over like the course, I was there for like 2-3 hours, and like I didn't really drink too much water. I drank a little bit, and then I gave it to my nephew. So yeah, your boy's catching up a bit here. Let's see here. Shout outs though, guys. Appreciate you guys. Big love to Shot X. Let's get it. Yeah, I gotta stay hydrated. I didn't do a great job of hydrating before I left, to be honest, man. I didn't really have much water in the morning or anything, so I gotta catch up a little bit here. Gotta catch up a bit. I mean, 100 degrees. I mean, like I said, we were underneath like a canopy. Like they had shade and like canopies underneath, so I was good. Like it wasn't that big of a deal. Like now, obviously, if there's no canopies, if there's no shade, then yeah, count me out. But no, I mean, where I live, Central Valley, it's hot as hell. Like 100 degrees is hot. Like, you know, but we're used to it. So as long as it's not like there was a birthday party, I think like a couple months ago, and like my sister was, can you come like help me? And I'm like, dude, it's gonna be like 115. I'm like, no, like I can't. You're not. Are you really gonna take your baby out there at 115-degree heat? No way. So I was like, nah, I ain't going. So she didn't go. But this one we went. So yeah. But yeah, if it's 100 degrees and there's and like she told me there's no canopies. Like there's no the people that did the last one. It was 115 degrees with no canopies. No canopies. I'm like, what are you? Are you guys insane? How are you gonna do 150 degrees? Yeah, you have a water slide and all that for the kids, but there's no canopies. Like, no. What the heck? Y'all crazy trying to have me dying out there? Yeah, it's 100 degrees where I'm at right now. Yeah, it's Central Valley's 100 degrees. It's about 100 degrees. So yeah. Sicilian Gamer with the $2 says favorite beer or adult beverage. I don't drink much or really at all. Although when I do, I definitely like a Blue Moon with the orange in there, man. A Blue Moon with the orange is freaking the greatest thing ever. Although I haven't had it in a while. It's probably been like more than a year plus. But if you just talk about like just common beer or common, like I do like the Corona Lights, like the low carb. It's like 90 calories, like with the 2.6 carbs, like that Corona Light or whatever it is. Those ones are pretty good. Like get me one of those and it's pretty good. But yeah, like my favorite is definitely a Blue Moon with the orange. Get me a Blue Moon with some those little like salt rocks or whatever. Woo! Heat. Says shade be given 10 degrees, 10-degree difference. Yeah, shade is good. Shade is good. Obviously, it helps out a lot. So, do you think Ubisoft is losing a lot of money to Outlaws? I mean, they could be. They took a big hit on their stock price because of it. So yeah, definitely. They're definitely not gaining money off of it. At least not from a value perspective of the company. Shout outs to Sicilian. Thank you for the $2, man. We got you up on the board. 11 on the combo breakers. Let's get it, baby. We going today. We already got going. Let's go. Yeah, Blue Moon's so good. You have to try Mexican beers. That's what a Corona is with Dre Day. Corona's an imported Mexican beer. It's imported. So yeah. Blue Moon is legit. Yes, it's legit. Just like, perfect. You know? Happy to see you, brother. Hopefully all is well. I was upset not to see you talk about Astro tonight. Upset to not see you all. Oh, okay, like the Spawncast. Yeah, I know. We have like one of the biggest games of the year, if not the best reviewed game of the year, and we're not here to talk about it. But we'll talk about it next week. So next week for sure. Is it Corona? Yeah, Corona Premier or Corona. I have a few of them. We actually had a little bit. I bought some. So my wife, she doesn't like. We usually share it, so she'll pour some in a cup and then I'll just take. We usually split it and it lasts like forever. Yo, Chris with the 14 months. Thank you so much, Chris. Appreciate that. Thank you for the 14 months of Elite Ninja membership. They are patching the stealth missions in Outlaws. Okay, they're patching them to do what? I haven't played it. I have the game, but I haven't played it like that. Shout outs to B Queen. What's good, B Queen? Party Man is here. Gambit. Welcome, guys. Minato Mario. Chris. Joshua says, can't wait for Shattered Space. Oh, yeah, that's the new, what was it? God, what's that game? I forgot. Starfield. Yeah, that's the new Starfield DLC. That's looking kind of good, right? I'm hearing that that's going to be more focused and more kind of like horror-based. Like, it might be something that I might be interested in, but I haven't beat Starfield yet, though. Like, I haven't beat it, so... Like, I don't know. I don't think I'd even be able to access that DLC even if I bought it yet, right? You have to beat the game, or no? I think I finished this whole thing already, guys. Yeah. There's barely any left but ice. We just started. Do I think Astro's too easy? I haven't got to the, I guess, the hardest challenge levels. Although I've done a lot of the separate, like, galaxy hidden levels, right? Those, like, the hidden world. I've done, like, 4 or 5 of those. And it's, yeah, the game's really easy. I mean, a lot of platformers are really easy. It's definitely not Crash Bandicoot, that's for sure. You know, it's not DKC. But I mean, yeah, it's a little easy. I mean, even if it's like one hit kill for like some of this stuff, you respawn so quickly. But once again, I have not done some of the harder hidden or secret challenges that are later in the game, you know. But yeah, so far, it's a cakewalk to get through. It's just like a Mario game, like if you want to just get through the game, it's really easy. I think they designed that purposefully because they could have made the game like hellish if they really wanted to. but they obviously designed it for everyone to be able to play and beat the game. So yeah, so it's fine. It doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, super hard or anything like that. But yeah, it's easy. But that's how these games usually are, you know, for the most part. Like easy to get through, then hard to 100%. But Astrobot's actually easy to probably 100% it, because after you beat a level, you can just purchase a indicator that will let you find exactly what you're missing, like any Astro bots you're missing or any secrets you're missing. You can just purchase that thing and it'll tell you exactly where it's at, you know. So I don't think it's going to be too hard to 100% it. So with so many VG flops and hopefuls, I really still think that there should be a video game version of Raspberry Awards. Craig should be the, instead of the so-called Real Game Awards, the Raspberry Awards. Is that like where they make fun of stuff, or like the worst games, or I don't know what that is, but okay. Let's see. Xenoblade Chronicles X video got me wanting to play Xenoblade again. Yeah, man. Like, oh gosh, that's freaking Midori. That freaking Midori has to talk about Xenoblade X, man. Has to talk about Xenoblade X, but yeah, it's very interesting for sure. Definitely very interesting. Definitely very interesting. I'm excited. That was a good video today. It was fun. I had to change it up though because people weren't watching it, so I was like, all right, let me just focus on what people actually want here. So we just did that. Hey, what's up, Khabib? Welcome to the stream, brother. What's up, Jose? Says John slowly closing down the Spawncast. No, he's not. You guys are capping. That's not true. He's not slowly closing down the Spawncast. No, he's not. Don't worry. It's not going to turn into like the PE podcast. He'll be fine. We'll be fine. Yeah, Raspberry's a satirical award that gives to the worst movies and actors. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, nobody's ever going to do that with gaming. I mean, I think they did do that. I think Stuttering Craig did have that at one point, if I'm not correct. Give me Xenoblade Chronicles X. Do I prefer tea or coffee? Coffee. Astrobot is the game you buy a PS5 for, says The Verge. You know what? Maybe, for sure, maybe. For some, yeah, it might be like that. For some. What's up, Flydius? What's up, Loot Box Me Senpai? What's up, guys? Not related to games, but I just started watching Ramithcon videos. Obsessed. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but yeah, man, have fun. What's up, George FT? I'm playing Ape Escape. It's the best game ever made. See, look, Astrobot has an Ape Escape level, so you can go wild in there. Shocked that there's no podcast today with how much news there is. I mean, it's something came up, so you can't control sometimes other stuff outside of the world, you know, so that's the reason why. Sometimes there's other factors that, hey, you can't make it because something came up, you know, so that's just kind of how it is, man. I don't think it really was like, oh, hey, we're not going to have it now, you know, because we don't want to. I think it's because something came up, so. So, yeah, John has 3 kids, guys. John has 3 kids. He has multiple brothers. He has, you know, mom, dad. He has a pretty big family. Like, his family is big. And John's a real big family dude, you know. I know he doesn't say anything about it, but he's actually a pretty dedicated dad and family guy, you know? Not like Peter Griffin Family Guy. So, I mean, and he makes most of the shows. I mean, yeah, he didn't make it this time because he has something that came up, you know. But, yeah, he has 3 kids. He has 2 boys and a girl. He has, you know, a wife. You know, then he takes care of all of them. So, sometimes things come up, man, you know. Let's see here. Crazy Spawncast viewers like to make stuff up about you. We should, we should make rumors on the Spawn Wave too. Wait, no, let's not even suggest that. Thank you for streaming tonight. OJ needed my podcast fixed. That's okay. That's why it's the not podcast. So here's what I need you guys to do. You guys can all, like, I'm gonna make a post on Twitter, and you guys can all like it and retweet it and all that. And like I said, help me pay my rent. So let's see here. So help me pay. Help me pay. So it's all good though. Help me pay the rent. So it's all good. All right. All right, give me 1 second here, guys. All right, I'll get the, hold up. This thing all got messed up. Shout out to Sicilian with another $2. Says John is getting out the lit at the club, boys. Yeah, he's going to the club. Everybody at the club getting tips. John was like, that was his favorite song back in the day, and he's just reenacting it. He's just reenacting it. Thank you for the energy bill money. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. So we're gonna say right on here, live. We're gonna say this, guys. We're gonna say this. We're gonna say live, not Spawncast, not the Spawncast, because John sucks. Spawncast, because John sucks. Well, I shouldn't say that, because John fired me. See how many people coming here from there saying yes, he got fired. You know, those people be like, yes, finally, yes, he's off. Now we can just watch RGT. Yay! Woo! Yes. I gotta put kidding just so actually no, I'm not gonna put that. I'm just gonna put what I put. So there you go. So you guys can retweet that for me too. I just put it up. Come to think of just how the heck did OJ get kicked off the Spawncast even start? I remember it was from Twitter. Yeah, there was like a change.org petition, like a petition to get me, Click, and at that time Nate the hate off of the Spawncast, because that's how he got his name, was people hated him. You know you're gonna get a few fools, yeah. So everybody should support Astro. We need more of this and less live service. Yeah, that's why I thought it was interesting. Like, a lot of people are trying to compare, you know, Mario Odyssey and compare other games like that. But the problem, I think the biggest issue is that you can there's nothing wrong with comparing Astrobot. If you want to compare it, that's fine. You can compare it. But I think the biggest thing is that, like, one, this is what it actually proves, because shout outs to Nibs, man. He's a big PlayStation guy. And he put up like a tweet, and I thought that was a very interesting tweet. He said, you know, playing Astrobot reinforces how bad we need the Switch 2. Nintendo are masters of their craft, but art direction can only take you so far. Astrobot's the ultimate testament to how technology can massively enhance gaming experience, graphics, physics, DualSense, etc., gameplay. Then he put up his gameplay screens, and that's fine. I mean, obviously a lot of people agree with that, but the thing about it that I'm looking at, I'm thinking, like, that's not what Astrobot reinforces, especially after the flop of Concord. Switch 2 is coming when Switch 2 comes. You can play Mario Galaxy right now, and many millions will say it's better than Astrobot, right? So that's not what Astrobot reinforces. That's just a PlayStation fan who doesn't really play Mario, who doesn't really like Mario as much, excited to play a game that's like that, but for him. You know, it doesn't mean that. What it actually means, because this has nothing to do with Nintendo, what Astrobot actually means is that if it does well, which I think it will, that it reinforces that we can have more major platforming games, that Sony can do more than cinematic, behind the back, third person, because Nibs and all these Sony fans have been sitting here saying, this is what we want, this is what's best, this is what's game of the year. Now all of a sudden it's about, now kitty games are good. You know, so it doesn't reinforce anything about Switch 2. That's insane. That doesn't reinforce that. What it reinforces is that Sony can do something outside of the norm, outside of, okay, yeah, they do Ratchet, but they can do something outside of that. We don't always have to just get Horizon, God of War, Spider-Man, the same stuff that they've been making, right? They can make something like this. I think that Sly Cooper is viable now. I think that what's it called? What's the other game that they have? Jack and Daxter. I think Ape Escape. Like, I think that there is a lot of a plethora of IP that Sony can do that can be game of the year quality, that does not need to be cinematic third person. Because if you look at it, every single game of the year quality game for Sony for the last 10 years has been Uncharted, God of War, Horizon, games like that. They have had nothing like this to be game of the year quality, right? This is it. So it proves that they can do that. They can go step outside and still have a major hit. And with that major hit, you'll probably get better sales. I mean, Astrobot, it's going to probably sell pretty good. It's going to sell better than Concord. We also don't need a live service bonanza. Sony went on a live service bonanza. Look at how Concord flopped. Look at how well Astrobot is doing. So let's talk about what Astrobot actually means. Not, oh, it proves that there's Switch. Dude, Switch 2, people were saying Switch 2 needs to be here 2-3 years ago. People were complaining. So Astrobot doesn't prove anything on that side. What it actually proves is what I just said. That's what it actually proves. Because once again, you can go back 10 years ago. You can go back to Galaxy 2 and say, yeah, Galaxy 2 is better. You know what I'm saying? Like, it reviewed better, it's gonna sell better, blah, blah, blah. So, no, it doesn't prove anything about Switch 2 or anything like that. It doesn't. But what it does prove is everything that I just said, because everything that I just said is factual, right? That's factual. Sony has not had a IP like this review, like an IP in like family-friendly, kiddie, whatever you want to say, right? With like this platformer that has done this well ever in the history of Game Awards and all that. They've never had that. They had Ratchet and Clank. But outside of that, I mean, there really hasn't been much. And Ratchet and Clank, it's a platformer, but it's definitely more of like an action game. You know, it's got like shooting, like third-person shooting and stuff like that, right? It's got a lot of other things in there. Whereas Astrobot is definitely more of a pure platformer than anything else. So Sony hasn't had that pure platformer in a very long time. So that's what Astrobot proves more so than anything. In my opinion, at least. And I think, once again, there's facts that actually back that up outside of just, oh, I like PlayStation haptics and feedback, so, oh, and graphics, so therefore they need this. It's like, people have been saying that before Astrobot. Like, Astrobot didn't prove anything one way or another with Switch 2. That's ridiculous. So yeah. These people have console war mindset, as always. Yeah, people want Switch 2 even since when Switch... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Astrobot doesn't prove any of that. Like, it doesn't prove, like, oh, now we need it for sure. It's like, no. No, not really. People have been saying that well before Astrobot, you know? Let's see, if you released a mixtape right now, it would sell better than Concord. I mean, my mixtape might sell better than Concord right now. It might. 25,000, right? I think, could I sell more than 25,000 copies of Concord? I think so. Or my mixtape, I think I could. I need to put together something. Get it done. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank, there's some platforming to it, but it's not a pure platformer, right? It's not a pure platformer. And Ratchet and Clank, that was 2021. In 2021, yeah, 2021 did... Let me double check. Let's see here. I think Game of the Year 2021. Let's see here. Game of the Year. Okay, yeah, it was nominated. So that's the thing. Yeah, it was nominated for Game of the Year, Ratchet and Clank. But once again, it's more of an action platformer thingy than a pure platformer, you know? But once again, it proves that we can have this type of game, right? Like, we can have it more frequently. I mean, they have the cinematic third-person action game quite often. You know, Spider-Man, God of War, Horizon, like they've been doing Returnal. You know, that's a third-person shooter. So it's like they don't do much mascot stuff like that. So to me, it proves that you can do more of that. You can do more Ratchet. You can do more Astrobot. You can do more of stuff like that. You can do, like I said, Sly Cooper. You can do that. And it also proves to other major publishers and developers, hey, look, give your hand, you know, at a well-crafted 3-year development cycle, 4-year development cycle, fun game, you know, like where fun is focused on first more so than anything. So that's what it proves. I mean, I think it proves more to Sony and what they can do more so than anything else, you know? So yeah. This is like the same logic used against Tears of the Kingdom simply because of how good Elden Ring is. Well, yeah, those are very different games. And I think even now that I've been playing more of Astrobot, and people are trying to compare it to Odyssey, Astrobot's not really like Mario Odyssey. It's like Mario Galaxy. It's more like that game. It's more like, you know, small, isolated little areas that you can kind of jump from place to place. Although it doesn't have the physics in terms of, like, planetary physics. But it's kind of more set up like Galaxy than it is Odyssey. And on top of that, Astrobot's also a more controlled experience compared to Odyssey, right? So let me give you guys an example, right? People are making these comparisons, but there really is no comparison. Odyssey is crazy with the toolkit, right? Look at Odyssey's toolkit. Let's just compare from a base level, not using level gimmicks, because they all have level gimmicks to vary it up or you to move different types of ways. But just base toolkit, Astrobot, he has a jump, and then he has a beam like Flood. That's it. That's his base toolkit. They didn't add anything else to his base toolkit. And this is more advanced Mario stuff. A lot of you guys might not be into this, but just going off of like actually comparing the games, Odyssey has like long jump, triple jump, aerial, rolling, dive in the air, cappy throw, bounce off of that, you know, ground pound. Like the Mario's toolkit to get around levels and all that is wild, right? It's crazy compared to that. So Astrobot's just not on that type of level at this point. Now, maybe if they make another one, they give him some more in his toolkit, but his toolkit is very, like I said, compressed, kind of like Galaxy. Galaxy does have all that stuff too, but there is a limit in how you can do that in Galaxy because they have very specific types of levels crafted for you to go through more of a linear with some offbeat paths, whereas Odyssey's more of a sandbox. You know, you can get up there any type of way that you want. You can possess enemies, do crazy things like that. Plus, it has like the normal power-ups that you would see in things, you know, in the levels. So it's a very different style of game than Odyssey. It's very different. And once again, the toolkit, just like the base toolkit that you have with Mario compared to Astro is completely different. You know, completely different overall. Now, it doesn't mean that one's better than the other, like factually or anything. I'm just talking about from a comparison standpoint, you know. So I'm hoping for the next Astrobot game, they actually give Astro some actual base tools more, because like it's the same as what he had in the PS5, the tech demo game. You know, it's the same as that. They didn't give him anything else, which is fine. It's fine. The game is still fun. And then they use the levels to manipulate, you know, like you get like a rocket barrel dog, you get the croc gloves, you get all sorts of cool stuff to manipulate and to go throughout the levels. So that's great. You know, but once again, without that base toolkit, you can't really design levels to be tackled in different types of ways. You can only design it for what it's set for. Very much like Mario Galaxy, but that's okay. Once again, that's okay. Like but it's a different style of game, you know? Different style of game. Listen, Astrobot is not trash. I mean, listen, it's not trash next to Mario, but I think that if you're a hardcore Mario player, and you like the fact that, like I said, a hardcore Mario player where you know everything that I just talked about, and when you use it, like the aerial, the triple jump, the long jump, the rolling jump, the cappy throws. A lot of people play Mario Odyssey like it was Mario 1. They use 50% of Mario's toolkit. Most of you guys will just jump, probably do a triple jump. Some of y'all might do a long jump. But a lot of you guys aren't going to do like the cappy throw, roll, cappy throw, bounce off of it, flip, ground pound, jump. A lot of y'all ain't going to do all that advanced stuff, right? So for most of the people that aren't going to do all that, it's more about just, hey, what's the experience, right? And that's where Astrobot is so good, because it gimmicks you to death in a good way. The haptics, the feedback, your controller's going wild. That ish is dying in like 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like that thing's dying in like a 30 minutes. Like it's going wild, and that's good. There's a lot of gimmicks. Banana slammer. You act like a monkey. You got like a climbing thing, which by the way, just turn off the motion controls in this game. It's not worth it, because it makes you do this to climb. You can climb so much faster just going like this. You know, you don't got to be doing all that. That's not even good gameplay. But I turned off those motion controls. I had to turn it off. But save some battery life too. But yeah, man, like it's awesome though, man. It's good stuff. Yeah, exactly. They can live together. I agree, which I've said many times, that we don't ever get any major platformers. Like we barely get any major big AAA platformers. We don't get like a lot of Crash Bandicoot games. We don't get a lot of new Spyro. We don't get a lot of new platformer games. So this is good, man. It's more of a good thing than a bad thing. I just disagree with some of the stuff that some people are saying. Did you see that Jez Corden said Xbox got some Final Fantasy news for Tokyo Game Show? I did see that. We'll see what happens. Let's see here. So why is it getting such high rankings? I told you why. It's fun. It's fun. Mario's great, but people need to quiet down until we get a new game announced. Some of you were in elementary school when Odyssey came out. Some of you... people need to quiet down. Quiet down about what, Callenshaw? That's my jam at Odyssey. No other game has made me feel so free movement. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, once again, but most people aren't going to take advantage of that full toolkit. What Astrobot does well is that it says, go here, do this, and get this, and do that, and no, like, really restricting your freedom, becomes a benefit for many people out there that just want to play a platforming game. Now, once again, Mario does it in a little bit of a different way. That's why I say it's not really comparable. I actually compare Astrobot more like, it's somewhere between like 3D World and like Galaxy. Somewhere kind of like, somewhere kind of like in between that. I don't really see it as Odyssey. I see it more in between that type of realm, and that's fine, you know, like that's cool. It's great, you know, overall. So yeah, seems like a hate bias towards Nintendo because whenever they make any game that's considered gimmicky, well, yeah, let's just be honest here, guys. All the stuff that Astrobot does, like, it's kiddie, it's gimmicky, it's full of gimmicks, it's full of gimmicks, motion controls. I mean, you can turn it off. I mean, and that's fine. But it's full of gimmicks. It's full of, like I said, kiddie stuff. It's not mature. It doesn't have voice acting, crazy voice. It doesn't have the blood and all that. And that's why I'm kind of calling it out a little bit, because I've seen the hardcore PlayStation guys that say this is what makes games great, is all of this stuff. And then Astrobot comes out, and then now all of a sudden you're like, oh well, this is what's great. And it's like, wait a minute, you were saying something completely different beforehand, right? Like, and you would literally go after Mario, and you'd go after some of these games. So that's why I said what I said. I said, no, it proves that we can do a lot of stuff, you know, overall. So yeah, I don't think 3D World is better than Odyssey in my opinion, but if you think that, that's cool, man. But no, I don't think so. And I've played and beat 3D World twice. I played on the Wii U, beat it, played on the Switch, beat it. I don't think 3D World's better than Odyssey. But everybody has their opinion. Let's see here. I think the 90s vibe with the Bulls hat. I missed those finals when Chicago was versus Utah. Nothing to miss, man. It's all good. Let's see. Call a spade a spade. Some of these crazy Sony fans have a double standard. I mean, yeah, it's pretty obvious that there's a double standard. But that's okay. Like, once we actually get more of like games coming and all that, like, people will see. Like I said, it'll be pretty easy to point it out this time, because now we don't have a 7-year gap. A lot of these guys are hiding their tweets and deleting some of their tweets that they said about stuff, and that's fine. But the next Mario game is coming out next year, right? So we'll see what they have to say about that when it does X, Y, and Z. I mean, trust me, they'll be hypocritical. Or they just won't say anything at all. Let's see here. OJ, they said you should add blood to Astrobot. I mean, listen, that might be a move. You make a mature rated Astrobot. And it's all good, Calvin Shaw. It's all good, man. It's all good. Big love. I think that's another 2 on the board. That gets us to our first extension. Thank you so much, man. Let's go.
Overclock Buster!
Overclock that 15 minutes extra on stream unlocked. Thank you so much. And thank you to Calvin Shaw. Thank you for being here tonight, man. I appreciate you. I always see you over there on the Spawncast. So thank you for coming out to the stream tonight, man. I appreciate you. So yeah, what's up, Big Son? Sony does what Nintendo. Sony does what Nintendo does. I said a Nintendo. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate it. That's what it feels like playing Galaxy. Yeah, it feels like Galaxy. 3D World, Galaxy kind of mixed. So yeah, man. If Portal was actually native, Astrobot would be sick on the go. That should be the move for Sony to make more of these type of games in actual handheld. Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting for sure. That'd be definitely fun to have Astrobot, you know, not tied to the internet with PlayStation Portal, right? But I mean, if you have a good enough Wi-Fi or good enough, router and all that, you can play it and it'll work. You know, it'll definitely work. It'll definitely work. After this success, Sony got to make over-the-shoulder Astrobot with skill trees and QTEs. Then they say, I bet you people would go hype over that too. Dawson with the $5 says it's extremely unfair to say platformers are trash because they're not as good as Mario. It's like saying all NBA players are bad because they're not Jordan. That's true. That's true, man. Like, yeah, Mario's the GOAT right now, right? Mario's the GOAT. Doesn't mean that it's this person X and Y is trash compared to that. Yeah, shout outs. That's funny. Shout outs to Jordan. He is the GOAT, though. We all know Jordan's the GOAT. I mean, Jordan's been the GOAT for a long time, you know. Jordan's been the GOAT for 20 plus years. Actually, he was the GOAT. Even I think after the first three-peat, people said he was the GOAT. Even back then, some were saying he was the greatest of all time. And then he went and then he did another three-peat. So that was the funny thing for those who weren't alive back then. Jordan did Chicago Bulls. Jordan did 1 three-peat, right? And people were saying the talk on the schoolyard was Jordan's the GOAT. He's the modern GOAT, right? People had Bill Russell. People knew about, obviously, Magic Johnson won 5, Larry Bird won 3. But people were saying Jordan was the GOAT, even at that point, because he had been in the NBA for about a decade. He was 84 draft, and then he retired in I think it was 94 when he retired after the 93 season, 94. So he'd been in the league for a decade, right? So people were already saying he was the GOAT after that. And then he came back and did another 3-peat. He's the GOAT. that right there just tells you the GOAT status right there. That just tells you the GOAT status. Shout outs to Jazzy Jefferson with the $5. And he says, LOL, Sony guys pretending they never bashed Mario games for being kiddie and cartoony platformers since Astro got a 95, 94. But yeah. So is Astrobot Game of the Year? Well, we have to wait and see, JB, once the Game of the Year voting is all that. But it's definitely the front runner right now. Hit the road. All right, hey, what's up, Vincent? Hey, OJ, about to hit the road. I will make sure you get a dono when I can. Hey, it's all good, brother. Pay off these, bro. Listen, man, it's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good. I appreciate it. It's all good. Thank you, Vatsup, for your support, brother. Shout outs to Jazzy. Thank you for the 5, brother. Appreciate you guys. Let's get Jazzy on the board here and Dawson. We actually got a 3-way tie at the top of the board for the Hokage. Anybody does 5 or more, you can tie up or pass up Jazzy. Jazzy and Dawson. Thank you guys for your support tonight, man. I appreciate it. Dawson. Let's go. Let's get it. Shout outs, guys. Let's see here. You guys gotta watch Game of the Year talk. I mean, there's nothing wrong. We know that Game of the Year, obviously, Zelda's coming out, so there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, look, I think Astrobot's gonna 100% be included in Game of the Year. Like, included. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if we're gonna win it. I'm almost positive it's the front runner right now, though. But yeah, Zelda's coming out. So I think Zelda's going to review really well. I think Zelda's going to start getting some Game of the Year buzz. But yeah, Black Myth Wukong will not win Game of the Year. And here's the reason why Black Myth Wukong will not win Game of the Year. 1, there was too much controversy surrounding the game. That was the one thing with it, just like that. 2, it's too lowly rated. There's never been in the history of the Game Awards a game rated 81 that wins Game of the Year. Actually, in the whole history of the Game Awards, there's never been a game rated under, I think, like an 85 that has won. So Black Myth is not going to win. Party Man Jamboree with the $5.
This is coming from a big 3D Mario fan.
What's good?
Astrobot is very good. Been playing it all weekend so far and I'm having a fun time.
Yeah.
I feel 3D Mario and Astrobot can coexist personally, and
Yep.
it is good to have another 3D platformer succeed.
Yep.
Let's enjoy the games.
Yep. I agree. 100%, Party Man. Let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy it, man. Party Man, thank you guys. We got a 4-way tie at the top of the board between Party Man, Sean X, Jazzy, and Dacine. Party Man Jamboree, thank you for the $5, brother. I appreciate that. And we are up to 30 on the board. Oh my gosh, yo, the overclock is clocking in once again. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? I think so. Let's get it done. Let's go.
Overclock Buster!
Yes, sir. 30 minutes extended on the stream. Let's get it. Thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate that. Let's go. Next one up at 45 on the combo. We will get 45 minutes extra added on to the stream. What's up, Wicked Spooky? Welcome to the stream, brother. Mario and Luigi ain't gonna win Game of the Year. But yeah, I think that the cutoff, I think it might be too late for that game, but you never know, right? Stray on Nintendo Switch is gonna win Game of the Year. a few years old port. There you go. Let's see here. Also, PS fans have a Switch. They're very at least 95% plus. I don't know about that. I don't know if it's 95% plus. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's see. I bet Wukong wins Black Keely Awards. Wukong should definitely win the Black Keely Awards. But no, Melface Sky, Wukong is not winning the Game of the Year. I think that a lot of times you guys get caught up in sales and hype for a game, and you think that because a game sells good and that because it has a lot of hype and people talking about it, that means it's going to win Game of the Year or even get nominated. Let me ask you a question. What was the best-selling game of last year? Does anybody know what the best-selling game of last year is? Let me know in the chat if you know what the best-selling game of last year is. Let me know in the chat. Does anybody know what it was? And then if you do know what it was, 100%, ask yourself, did it win Game of the Year? Ask yourself, did it win Game of the Year? Ask yourself, did it even get nominated for game of the year. And then what you can do is you can go back and look in the history of best-selling games and see how many of those have won game of the year. Because usually it's like Call of Duty or something like that, right? It's usually Call of Duty. That's usually the best-selling game of the year. And Call of Duty has not won game of the year in any of the modern game awards. You know, so people say Black Myth Wukong's gonna win game of the year. It's gonna get, it's like based off of what? Based off of what? Because it sold good? You guys aren't serious, right? You got to remember, do you guys know who picks the game of the year nominees? It's the damn reviewers, okay? The ones that review the games that you guys all hate, the journalists, they're the ones who get together and put in their ballots, right? And put in their ballots, and Keely asks them, hey, what are your top 6 games of the year? And then they get all those together, they look through all of them, or like each outlet does theirs, and then they pick the 6 most consistent games in all of these journalists' game of the year. Black Myth Wukong is rated 81 from those same journalists. Why are they going to take a game rated 81 and put that as game of the year? That makes no sense when there's been a bunch of games that they rated higher this year. It's only happened, from my recollection, there's only been 2 times. There's been 0 times that a game rated 81 has been nominated, but anytime that's been close, there's been 2019, I think one year with Stray, one year, that year with Stray, that was an 83, and that was an indie representation. But in terms of major AAA game representation, only one time, 2019, Control and Death Stranding. And those were narrative-driven, you know, narrative-driven, heavy Kojima, you know, all the same, not nonsense, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right? So I doubt Black Myth Wukong might not even get a nomination. Hogwarts was snubbed. Okay, Black Myth Wukong's about to get snubbed. Wukong is definitely getting Game of the Year in the Chinese TGAs. Never worry about sales or what people say. If I like it, I'll play it. Don't like it, then I won't play it. That's the way to do it, man. What's up, Chupacabra? Welcome to the stream. That's it. Black Myth Wukong doesn't win. YouTubers will easily make videos bashing the terrible VG journalists. I don't think it's gonna get in, guys. Like right now, we have a lot of games that are rated way higher. Like, I don't think it's going to get in. Just because it sells good doesn't mean it gets a free path to be Game of the Year or nomination. Like, it's rated 81. Like, that's just how they think about it. Whether it's fair or not, whatever. Doesn't matter at the end of the day. That's just what I'm saying. Now, could I be wrong? Sure. I can 100% be wrong about this. But, I mean, like I said, if I'm a betting man, which I am a betting man, so if anybody wants to bet, that's fine. I'm a betting man on stuff like this, at least. Not major stuff. But, I wouldn't bet on it, guys, if I were you. Because, once again, there's been no game in the history of the Game Awards that I can think of that has ever won Game of the Year rated that low. Like I said, there's been some games that are close nominated. Death Stranding, Control, 2019. But it doesn't happen very often. I mean, it does not happen very often. It's very, very rare for a game rated that low to be nominated. So that's the reason why I'm pretty like, I don't think so. You know? I don't think so. I think he's joking around, Monado. When it comes first, PS5 Pro or Switch 2, go Jags. Whichever comes first. I think PS5 Pro is going to launch this fall, so I think that's going to come first. What's up, Mr. Davis? Welcome. I mean, yeah, George FT, I mean, Astrobot's going to be in the Game of the Year. I think it's the front runner right now. And I think the journalists right now, and I follow a lot of these journalists. That's the thing that you guys don't know. I follow a lot of the guys who vote on there, and I see what they say amongst each other. I'm looking. I'm not just doing this based off of my own conjecture. I'm looking. That's why I always give you guys 2. I give you guys what they're saying, and I give you guys what I think. Okay? Now, my own Game Awards, like my own, and not the Black Keely Awards. I'm talking about my own personal. I mean, I've got Prince of Persia. I've got Unicorn Overlord. I've got SMT5, if that's even going to count. I got all these other games that obviously aren't going to make it, right? I'm probably going to have, Metaphor Refantazio. I think Metaphor Refantazio is going to be in the Game of the... Unless it dookies the bed. But I think Metaphor Refantazio is going to be in there. But yeah, my own personal is completely different. Because once again, it's nobody else's but my own, you know? Says Power World sold a lot too. That's not exactly. Power World's barely a game though. It's like barely a full game, you know. So He says, you're a betting man. That must be why I keep getting DraftKings every 5 minutes. I'm sorry about the ads, guys. I can't do anything about those. Like, YouTube's being corny. Like, if I don't do ads, I can't have 300 people watching. Like, it's just, I have to do it that way because if you reduce it or you try to do it manually, YouTube will automatically algorithm you to, like, this beep ass beeper. this bleep bleep bleeper does not put on us, doesn't make us any money during these live streams. So we're doing this for free. So no, we're not going to advertise you. Just like I just let you guys know. So I'm sorry about that. But you know, when I didn't have ads on, dude, we were getting like 60 people in here, which is ridiculous for my channel, you know? So I'm sorry about that, guys. I can't really, I have to put it on balance. I have to put it there. Otherwise they're going to algorithm me out. So I gotta have you guys here, man. It sucks like when you put on a stream and there's like 50, 60 people. You're like, what the heck? Remember a couple weeks ago, like a month or two ago, guys, when we were streaming and we usually get around 100 something, 200 people. All of a sudden there's only like 50 people here, 60 people. I'm like, what the hell is going on? What the heck is going on? Doesn't matter if Power doesn't get nominated. TGA's is super rigged. It's rigged. Mario's been the GOAT since 85. Yeah, he's been definitely one of the GOATs, man. Let's see. That's how it is with YouTube, man. That's how it is, bro. I wish I can change it. But if you have YouTube Premium, no ads, right? No ads on YouTube Premium. So I'm not saying that you have to get that because obviously it's not free. But it does help out the channel if you do. Let's see here. Wukong won't get nominated due to politics, but let it be a mid-remedy game. I mean, I think Wukong, even if it didn't, like I said, it'd have to have a higher rating. Like, most games rated low 80s, even without politics or not, don't make it. Like, I can't think of, like I said, outside of 2 games in 2019, which was 5 years ago, I can't think of any low 80s rated games, politics or not, that make it into Game of the Year, guys. So it's like, it's one of those things where, yeah, like, the higher rated games are gonna make it. Like, that's just it. That's just like, that's it. Like, you know, for the most part, that's why I can predict, most of the time I can predict all of the Game of the Years, because all you got to really do is look at the ratings. If you look at the ratings by the end of the year, look at that, and that's usually a good guide. Now, yeah, there's sometimes, you know, you might, you know, slip up here and there, but for the most part, I usually get all of the Game of the Years right, outside of like maybe 1 or 2. But last year, I got everyone right. I posted it. It's on my community page too. Last year, I picked all 6 right, you know, just because I was like, look, there's going to be no smaller game this year. The ratings are too high this year. There's too many 90+ rated games. There's going to be no indie pick this year. People are like, no, there has to be an indie. I'm like, no, there does not. Not this year. Not when you have 5 games plus rated 90 or above. No, they're going to pick those games. And that's exactly what they did. To the point to where I actually got a free copy of RoboCop off of Dreamcast Guy, because Dreamcast Guy was like, yeah, I played Mario Wonder, but it's not that great or anything. I'm like, bro, it's rated 93. At the time it was 93. It went down to a 92, but at the time it was 90. I'm like, dude, it's rated 93 and it's Mario. You think they're not going to nominate that? No, I play. I'm like, all right. I'm like, y'all want to bet? Let's bet RoboCop. Let's get a copy, you know? And he was like, all right. He's like, if I win, you buy me a copy of Star Ocean, the second story R. But if you win, I'll buy you a copy of RoboCop on PS5. I was like, all right, free. Bet. Free copy of RoboCop. Like, Mario always gets nominated, bro. Like, if a Mario game is rated high, it's getting nominated. Like, no, like, that's just how it is. You know, Super Mario 3D World, that was nominated. That was nominated back. That was before the Modern Game Awards, but even then, that was people had that in their Game of the Year. That was rated 93. Mario Odyssey, obviously super highly rated, nominated. Even like Super Mario Bros. Was Super Mario Maker, that was nominated, you know? Like, even Mario Maker got nominated for stuff, right? So it's like, you know, that's just how it is, man. It's just how it is. I streamed RoboCop. You can, if you just type in RoboCop on my channel, you can watch the stream of me playing RoboCop live. Yeah, I think Baltro could definitely get in as the indie game. Yes, I think at first I was thinking Animal Well, but then I have to remember, wait a minute. The review, and let me give you guys some knowledge here. The reviewers from these websites hate YouTubers. This is exactly the reason why Scott the Waz has never been nominated for Content Creator of the Year. Now, maybe he gets in this year, you know, whatever. But the fact that he hasn't been nominated yet is crazy, right? Because the reviewers hate YouTubers. They like that streamers don't cut into their business as much. So I think that's the reason why, because Scott the Woz would have already been nominated by now. And he's like the king. He's like the new Angry Video Game Nerd. And like, I think Angry Video Game Nerd has not been nominated yet, right? So they clearly have something against YouTubers. So that's why I feel, you know, with this, they're definitely doing something here, man. Definitely doing something here. But yeah, so, and my point was this, sorry, I lost my point. But my point was, Animal Well is Donkey's game, okay? Animal Well is Donkey's game and they don't like YouTubers. That was my point, sorry. Animal Well is Donkey's game and they don't like YouTubers. So I think Baltro's gonna win over, like, the indie representation over Animal Well. I literally lost my point, guys, my bad. So, Donkey's a big YouTuber. They don't like YouTubers. So, they're going to pick Baltro instead. I mean, Baltro definitely deserves it. Like, it's just as good as Animal Well, you know? But, yeah. Yeah, I got to wait and see Metaphor Refantazio. Once Metaphor Refantazio comes out, once Legend of Zelda, Metaphor Refantazio, once those two games come out, I'll be more comfortable about what I think is going to win Game of the Year or not. Or like what I'm going to pick, you know. Let's see, that's fraudulent. Scott the Woz hasn't been nominated. Yeah, it is actually fraudulent, but it's okay. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yo, let's go. That's it with the boom.
Here's a dono for you for this is a great Saturday. Got to watch the playthrough of Astro.
Yes, sir.
A really fun kids game.
Yes,
But
sir.
Here's my music request, F-Zero GX, any track. Have a great Saturday night.
All right, yes, sir. This Saturday night is the night. Tonight's the night, boys and girls. Not only is tonight the night, but tonight is the night that we out here doing some of this right here, baby. Let's go.
Overclockbuster!
Stream clock extended. 57 on the board. 45 minutes extra from me to you. The love is there. Thank you so much, my man. Vincent, and you are now the Hokage and Shinjo. Real quick, guys, allow me to shill so I can help pay my energy bill because people on Twitter say that I make nil. So we got to do this. We rhyming all the time. Poet didn't even know it. So, exclamation mark member on here, on the chat, exclamation mark member. You want to join up, want to become a member, you can become one only for $1, and it does support our daily streams, okay? Supports our daily streams, and helps me pay my energy bill. All right, helps me pay. I mean, like I said, I don't have rent because rent was due for me. I don't have rent, but it helps with the energy bill, okay? Because your boy's using a lot of energy. We out here. Let's go. Shout out to my man Vincent. Let's see here. Bars. Let's go. Bars. Let's get it. Shout outs. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that. I've had so many people on Twitter who live with their mother, who live off of their mother, call me broke. It's been I'm broke. My channel's broke. I'm a brokey. I have no money. I can't afford anything. I've had like literally like people tell me this, and I'm thinking to myself like, yo, this is super cool. This is exactly what I wanted with my life. I don't want people to know anything. Okay, I am definitely starving. I'm definitely starving. I live in a one bedroom apartment. And I can't make my rent, and somehow I take care of my kid and my wife. We're on the Wick special, baby. We're on the Wick special. Let's get it. Big love to that sense. Thank you so much for the support, man. We out here tonight. Thank you. I'm homeless. Stop the cap. Yes, please. The tin can. Please. Somebody. Can you spare some change, please? Spare some change. Shout outs to J-Rock. Thank you for the subscription. Appreciate that, brother. Let's go. Big love. JoJo's on the board. 2 JoJo's coming in from Vadset. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Ayocho says Rebirth Game of the Year. Okay. People definitely have the same mindset as DSP. Let's see here. Have you played Grand Blue Fantasy Relink? I have. Check out my live stream where I played it. I think it's good. I have to look it up. I'm surprised Hogwarts is, but it makes sense. Yeah. Yep. Flydius. And they, I think, imitated Nibble and let that sink in. They imitated. Don't be surprised if Z Huge or Midori get nominated. Maybe. Honestly, people put too much time, energy, and emotion into the Game Awards. I think so, but I think it's fun. It's fun for the industry, and it gives a good spotlight on the games. So I think it's good overall. I mean, there's a lot of stupid stuff with it, don't get me wrong. But overall, if you guys want to know why every single developer and publisher like bend over to Keeley, it's because they know that it's good to have some type of, I wouldn't say default, but kind of like default award show to give recognition. These developers, man, if their game, like, they love this stuff, man. Like, they love it. They absolutely love this stuff, to see their games get recognition on a wide scale by people. So I think it's good. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of bad, but there's a lot of good with it too, you know, at the end of the day. Dr. Disrespect, what about that avocado dude? He's the greatest troll to ever live. Yeah, that avocado guy is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Yeah, you don't got to know what part of CA I'm in, man. Don't worry about it, Zuck. Let's see, OJ, do you have any expectation about what Nintendo could show at the TGA this year? I don't think they're going to show anything, Felipe. I don't think they're going to show anything. Let's see here. Do you think Metroid Prime 4 will be showed off at the Game Awards? I think there's a possibility, but I don't think so. But, I mean, that would be a good place to show that type of game. I mean, that's like, that type of marketing works well, or that type of game would work well for something like the Game Awards, right? Rebirth, no contest. All right, Aocho, how about this? If Rebirth doesn't win, you willing to do an Elite Ninja sponsorship? If Rebirth doesn't win, I'm gonna go against Rebirth right now. So you willing to do an Elite Ninja sponsorship if Rebirth doesn't win, Aocho? You willing to have at least that little bet right there? So if Rebirth doesn't win Game of the Year, you got to become an Elite. How about that? I'll take that bet. You said no contest. I'll take that bet. I'll take the field versus Rebirth. So I'll take another game outside of Rebirth winning. How about that? Jeff, Game Awards are just free advertisement. It's not free. You got to pay for it. A lot of these developers have to pay for it, so it's not free. RT is gonna get the Game Award. Gonna get the award for the biggest wussing game after that pitiful performance in Smash Brothers against Josie the other night. Okay, so I heard RGT got smoked in Smash by Josie. Is because like I saw on Twitter that he said, "Oh yeah, I bodied Josie," but I knew he was lying. But okay, he got smoked in Smash. Of course he did. He's not. I mean, RGT he don't play Smash. He don't really play Smash, so he got smoked. So yeah, I'm guessing he got smoked. Oh man, it was bad. Yeah, he don't play Smash. He doesn't like Smash. He don't play Smash. He just plays it so we can get a video out real quick, and then I don't think did he even do a video on it? He might have just done like I don't know if he even did videos on. No, I don't think he did. He don't play it. He got super body. Oh man, I gotta watch that. He got super bodied in Smash. I gotta watch that, man. I gotta watch. Were there items on and all that? Were there like items and stage hazards and all that? Smash Brothers is the ultimate skill check. Smash Brothers is the ultimate skill check. I'm telling you, it really is. You want to know you got fingers? You got fingers that can move? Smash Brothers will test your platforming ability. It'll test your fighting game knowledge. It'll test your awareness, your movement. It'll test everything. That's the true skill check, is can you play Smash efficiently? No items? Oh man, yeah, he had no chance without items, bruh. No chance without items. But yeah, I don't blame him. He don't play Smash, so I don't blame him. Like I said, that's why I said it's a skill check. You can look good in so many other games, but I'm telling you, if you don't play Smash, bro, you do not know. You do not know what's going on, man. You do not know. So it's just it's tough. It's tough. So I think you can easily body everyone on the Spawncast and Smash. Nobody wants to play me on the Spawncast and Smash. I've only played one person from the Spawncast and Smash, and that was Nate. And I freaking destroyed him. I absolutely destroyed him. But that's the only person that I've ever played. But nobody wants to play me because they know I'm good at the game, so they don't want to play me. But yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I gotta watch that one. I gotta break it down. Maybe I should do some content on there. I gotta break down like what he did wrong, like explain what he did wrong. Josie's pretty good at video games. A lot of people don't give her credit. She's actually pretty good. She's bodied MVG in games. Now she's bodied RGT in games too. So Josie's not bad. In Nintendo games, she's actually pretty damn good in a lot of games. So shout outs to her. Super Christian Mirror with the $3. Let's go.
Sup, OJ.
Sup.
Been trying to get you to notice me, Senpai, for the past 20 minutes.
Oh.
What's happening on this no Spawncast Saturday? Also,
Oh,
333 people in the chat, but only 120 likes? To quote Reggie, what's wrong with you people? Hit that like.
So I'll say this: there's nothing wrong with anybody because my man, Super Christian Me World, you have done this. Let's go. You're breaking that flame clock. Don't worry, you guys will hear double audio pretty soon here, or one audio. 1 hour max. We've extended this baby out. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, guys. Let's go. Thank you for the 60 on the combo board. Now we see if we can go even further. Beyond. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Shout outs to Christian, man. I'm sorry that I didn't notice you, Senpai. Notice me, Senpai. Let me make my chat bigger, because my chat's kind of small. So let me do that. Damn, Nate and Smash Josie, she got, let's see, damn, and Nate smashed Josie, she got too upset. She got so upset. So what, Nate bodied Josie, and Josie bodied RGT? She sincerely taught RGT a lesson he won't forget. I'm telling you, bro, Smash Brothers is the real skill check. It's the real skill check, because here's the thing about Smash Brothers that a lot of people don't realize. Smash Brothers is like one of the most terrifying games because it's pretty easy to knock somebody off stage, and you make one mistake, a good player or a decent player will just kill you. Like, I don't know if you guys play, a lot of you guys don't play competitive Smash, but the reason why you're really bad at Smash Brothers is because Smash Brothers can just do things, right? That it's a complete skill check. If there's no items, it's a complete skill check. It's like you can just gimp people and they're done. You can have almost no percentage on you. You can be thrown off stage and you can die instantly, right? So that's why Smash Brothers can get so frustrating for some people, because they don't understand the off stage game. They jump too early. They don't know how to move. Like I said, you need to know platforming. Plus, you need to know fighting games. They don't know frame data. They don't know, so many different things with Smash Brothers, right? That is just, and it combines it all. So when you don't play it, and you play against somebody that knows a little bit of it or knows what's good, you're in trouble. You're gonna look really bad. That's why Reggie looked really bad. Looked really, really, really bad. So yeah. Not true. I have max GSP in Smash Ultimate, and it's not really skill based. A lot of the time, it's lag. See, you're not a serious person, Ram, because you're saying you play online. Online is online. Online's online. In person, that's where it's really at. In person, in terms of it, but playing, even to be good at Smash Brothers, you've got to be skilled. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Ram. But you got to be skilled to be good at Smash. You've got to be very skilled to be good at the game. And yes, it is a skill check. Yes, to be good at Smash Brothers, it's a skill check. Absolutely. Absolutely, it's a skill check, Absolutely. You having max GSP, what does that matter? You don't win any tournaments. You can't beat the best players. You can't beat the best players even if they don't use Steve, Sonic, and Kazuya. You're not good at Smash Brothers like that. Come on now. You're not good at Smash like that. You can't beat MKLeo with anybody. He can beat you with every single character in the game, and it wouldn't even be close. The best players in Smash Brothers can destroy you. It doesn't matter if it's online, offline, whatever the case is. Don't come here talking to me about max GSP, and lots of people have max GSP. You're not winning any tournaments. You're not beating anybody good. Beat Tweak online. Oh, get out of here. Online. Go beat him in person. You can't. You don't win any tournaments. Talk about online. Let's see here. I can't get anywhere on that game. Exactly. GSP doesn't mean anything. You beat Tweak online. Okay, so what? Big deal. What does that mean? Are you better than Tweak? Are you trying to tell me that you're better than Tweak? You're not. not better than Tweak. You're not better than anybody. You're not better than any top pro. You're not better than any one of them. You're not even close. You're not even close. Go make your Mario Wonder mod levels, bro. Come on now. Come on now, man. Let's see here. Money match emoji. There's no need to money match anybody. This guy's trying to say that Smash Brothers isn't a skill check because he beat Tweak online. It's ridiculous. Go win a tournament and then come back. Go win an offline tournament and then come back. Hell, go win an online tournament. I bet you can't even win an online tournament against these guys, you know? Let's see here. MK Leo's DK can easily bot my Fox or Byleth. The best Smash Brothers players can beat any of us by a country mile. It's not even close. It's not even close. You're not above average. You're not above average. You're just okay. I don't even know if you're good. I don't even know if you're good, but you're not above average. I don't think so. I think you're probably just okay. You think that you are, but you're not above average. Unless you can go prove it. So what you need to do is you need to go prove it. Go to tournaments, actually win some tournaments, and then you'll prove that you're above average, you know? MK Leo's DK can easily bot my Fox or Violet. Those guys, I'm telling you, the highest level Smash Brothers players, the guy that he's talking about, Tweak can absolutely destroy everybody here. You know, you've got to be incredibly skilled. MK Leo, incredibly skilled player. Guys like, DeBuzz, these top level players, these guys can use anybody. They can use anybody. Even the guys that use, like, let's say, for example, the Kayuza players or whatever the case is. What's his name? Riddles. Riddles can beat all of us with any character. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't need to use that character to be good, you know? So yeah, man. I've seen some of the tournaments and some of those troopers playing that game. Even as a decent player playing against high top level players online in the bracket, it's so ridiculously hard. Okay, how about this? Yo, Chupa, go on Twitch and I want you to play Ram. This guy thinks that he's really good. Chupa, can you hop on Twitch? You guys exchange info and let me know what happens. How about that? Let's just end it right now. Party Man and Chupa, y'all head over to Twitch. Y'all get this man's information. Y'all play him, okay? And let's see what happens. Let's see how good or not he is. Let's do that. You have to go through some sub bosses right now. You think that you're good? All right. Chupa, head over to Twitch. Get this man Ram. Let's see what happens. Do it. All right. Now we'll move on. We can move on from you, Ram. You got your attention that you wanted, right? All right, good. You're going to play these two guys. Let's see what happens. I'm not even going to try to play Josie. I'm not addressing this anymore. Y'all address it. See what happens. Let me know. Hopefully you don't got crusty internet. Hopefully your internet's not trash. Let's see. I like to think I'm competent in Smash. At least I can look. At least I can jump back on the stage and fight back. Yeah. Top players play very technical. They know every aspect of the game. Exactly. Exactly. This discussion makes me want to jump back and Smash. My fighting game skill is great. It makes me kind of want to jump back and Smash too, bro. But I hate Smash. I hate Smash Online. I hate Smash Online. I really do. So, yeah. Oh, man. Chupa. No mercy. If he dies, he dies. Sweep the leg, Chupa. I break you. If he dies, he dies. No mercy, Chupa. Don't play with him. Just use, you know who to use. You know what to do. Don't play around. Yeah, Smash is better when you have a regular IRL group. COVID kind of kills Smash for me. Yeah, if you're playing online's kind of like whatever, you know. Let's see here. I'm not even going to try to... Listen, is Josie really that good at the game? Like, is she really out here doing stuff? Let's see here. Want to fight me in Smash? OJ, I don't know. I don't want to play Smash. Actually, I do want to play Smash. Maybe we can play at some point. I actually kind of do want to play Smash. It's got me thinking about Smash, but I need to... Guys, I'm so rusty. I need to definitely warm up. Maybe we'll play some Smash. Maybe we'll play some Smash. But I definitely got to warm up a bit because, bro, I have not been playing at all. I'll be trash on the sticks right now. I'll be trash. I have not played seriously in like years. It's probably been about a good 2-3 years since I even played Smash somewhat seriously. You know? Who's my main? My main, Sheik, Joker, Wolf, Sheik, Joker, Wolf. Yo, Steven Garner with the $5 says, do Toy feel Sony's latest comment about not having IPs is a sign of them being disconnected or tone deaf? Well, he didn't necessarily say that completely. He was just talking like it was kind of taken out of context a little bit. I don't have the quote with me, but the full thing doesn't necessarily say all of that. So maybe we'll get some more clarification later. Big love. Thank you. Appreciate that. Big love. Big love. Let's go. Sometimes Shulk. I don't really main Shulk at all. He's not my main. I would love for him to be my main, but I've never really sat down and practiced really hard with Shulk. I don't know why I haven't. I've played it. I've used him a ton, but I've never really sat down and really decided to get good with Shulk or try to get good with Shulk. So yeah. Man, this guy Ram is making every excuse in the book. I deleted my save data due to rage. I need to transfer from my old Switch. I need to recover it. It's not, I don't have it. I can't unlock Diddy Kong. Like, come on, man. Just talk about being max GSP just a little bit ago, but then you deleted your save? How did you? Come on, man. This guy's not serious. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. This guy's not serious. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. Let's see here. Last time I played Smash Ultimate against online, it was against Kofi. I bodied everyone with the Mewtwo, and you needed to get Nintendo guy to get me down for Nintendo Ultra to do it. Okay, Kofi, that's that one. He's like a streamer, right? Big love to Steven, man. Thank you so much for the $5, dude. I appreciate that. Let's go. Smash is such a triggering game that I play a single player level 7 CPU difficulty. I'm not serious at all. I don't get me started on COVID and Smash. These weird Melee fans not rallying people. Oh yeah, the whole free Melee movement. I remember that. They got rid of that real quick, you know. All right, let's keep it going, guys. If you guys have questions, feel free to tag me. Let me know. All right, let's see here. And he says, my best win offline was against Juice, the Falco player. It's hard to fight good players online. Oh, yeah, it's really hard. Anthony Cooper with the $5. Yo, we out here. We at that 70 mark. Let's go. Hey, yo, boys and girls. 30 away from that bonus stream. Let's get it. I might do it tomorrow if I can, man. Might have to wake up early, get that bonus stream in, brothers and sisters. Big love to Tat as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Big love to Tat as well.
I can definitely say it's a great game. The only downsides are the movement options, and without a main gimmick like Flood, Cappy, or Gravity, it can feel a little too standard as a platformer. Okay. Other than that, great game.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I agree, man. I agree. Big love though. Thank you so much, Tat. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I said a little bit, like, there's definitely some really cool ideas and really cool things in there, but like if you're like a hardcore Mario player, obviously you're looking at it like, oof, there's missing this, or maybe there's some of that that's not there. But once again, I mean, it's still a really good game. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Like, we need more major good platforming games, so it's all good, you know. At the end of the day, it's fun. It's a great game, Astrobot. Big love to African Triforce. I've played about like, I think like 5 or 6 hours. I'm gonna play some more tonight. I'm like really getting into it now. I'm gonna try to play more tonight and do more stuff. So I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. So yeah. Anyone who rage quit in Smash easy like that, Ram dude usually are bad at Smash. He didn't rage quit. He's just making every excuse in the book why he can't play. His save data got lost, or he deleted it. He was angry because he deleted it last night. Yet he was talking about GSP and all. Like, he's just a weird, like I said, he's just a weird kid that likes to talk a lot, that's looking for attention. That's really what it comes down to. I don't think he really is serious about anything. Let's see here. Can Saturdays be super smashing? No. No. I am not going to commit to playing Smash Bros. Every Saturday night. You want me to mess my weekend up? You want me to mess my... I'm usually in a good mood on the weekends. Big love to Anthony Cooper. Thank you for the $5. You want me to completely mess up my weekends by committing to playing Smash Bros. Online? Absolutely not. No. Hell no. Oh man, y'all gotta sponsor something like that. I'm gonna need some sponsorships for that. I ain't messing up my Saturday night playing Smash Brothers. Even if there was freaking rollback netcode, bro, I'd still be pissed about all the stuff that you guys be doing. Party Man and his cheating, Peach, freaking Chupacabra taking my damn character. This man took my character in 4K. Literally, I'm talking about Wolf this, Wolf that. I'm playing. This fool saw me cooking him with Wolf. He just said, well, now I'm gonna be Wolf. Hell no. Y'all piss me off. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, I ain't sitting there. I'll play. Maybe I'll play at some point, but I ain't gonna be dedicating every Saturday to Smash. Bro, that's a one way to just get me pissed off at you guys very quickly. Can you stream more Astrobot? I might not. I don't know, man. I don't know if I will. I already did some content on Astrobot. I think I've pretty much done enough that I can do. I did review roundup. I did 2 hours of gameplay. Maybe I'll do like a full impressions or something, but there's not really much more that I can do right now, man. In terms of it, but we'll see. We'll see. I kind of want to play on my OLED. I'll be honest. I want to play on my OLED. I want to play with my surround sound. Like, I want to play with all that stuff. I don't want to play on my monitor here, you know. So I kind of want to enjoy it because it's not too long of a game. So I kind of want to enjoy most of it on like the, you know, on like the OLED TV and all that. How many times we got to teach you this lesson, old man? What lesson? That you were using Wolf when you were like freaking 7 years old when Brawl came out? What? Is that the lesson you're going to teach me? That you were using Wolf? Is that what? You weren't even alive when Star Fox 64 came out, bro. Barely know who Wolf is. Stop it. I know it's not yet to talk about the Visions of Mana Flop. No, we can talk about Visions of Mana Flop. Let's talk about Visions of Mana Flop. At this point, I don't care. Y'all can talk about whatever you want for the most part, unless it's not weird stuff. Let's see here. Did you stream these matches? We can watch them. Yes, you can watch. You can watch. Maybe not me playing the whole time, but if you want to watch Smash Brothers on my channel, you can watch it. You know, I don't have them saved. But if you look on the, if you go to my channel, let me just see if I can find it. And if you search across my channel and just type in Smash Bros, let me see, tournaments. Yeah, okay, so you can watch like the Great Ninja Wars. So that's like, we have like a bunch of like Great Ninja Wars or stuff like that. You can watch all of those. So if you just type in Smash Brothers Tournament, they're all still up. We actually had a $1,500 tournament at one point, so it got pretty crazy. Smash Bros Tournament. So you guys can watch like Chupa and all of these guys play. We did qualifiers. We did sword fighters only. We did heroes versus villains. We did all sorts of crazy, like, certain like styled tournaments. It was actually a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun that we did back in the day. I don't know why it's not popping up though. So here we can watch. Here's this one. So I think the Great Ninja Wars, that one was messed up. So Smash. Let me give you guys a good one. I got cooked in a lot of these tournaments too. Here's the qualifier that we did. Or was that 8 out? Or let's see, the Heroes versus Villains was really fun. So you guys can check out I think that one would be a fun one to watch. It's only 3 hours long. So yeah, Heroes versus Villains. Very fun and very annoying, yes. Running those tournaments were crazy. I think we did those all in 2021. So I think after 2021, we were like, all right, we're good. We're done. I think we were like, we've had enough. So yeah. You think Nintendo could ask Capcom to develop the next Smash Bros. Game just so they can implement their rollback netcode? No, there's no need to do that, George FT, because Bandai Namco makes Tekken. They make a bunch of games that have rollback netcode. So why would you ask Capcom for one thing? Bandai Namco can make rollback netcode just like Capcom can. So no. Tekken 8 has great
I'll
netcode.
drop $100 dono total just to make you commit for Super Smash and Saturdays. Lol. This is just a down payment.
I will do
$97 more to go.
I will do this. If you want to sponsor it for like a Saturday night or something like that, or a Sunday, I'll take that for like a one time. You do it once, I'll do it once. But hell no, I'm not. No, my sanity is worth more than $100. Okay. So you drop 100, I'll do it. I'll say okay. I'll commit to one. But hell no, I ain't committing to doing like every Saturday. No, absolutely not. You don't know how annoying Smash Brothers is. Absolutely not. Dude, let me tell you how angry I got with Smash Brothers. I was playing inside the living room against Party Man, not even in tournament, just playing. And I'm in the living room at my old house, right? And I'm in the living room, and Party Man is beating me so bad, and I'm not doing good at all because I'm stupid and I didn't watch how to gimp Peach like with Joker. Like I could have won a lot more than I did, but I wasn't playing very well and I wasn't doing what I should be doing. I was just being stupid, and Party Man was just playing better. And he beat me like 30 to 1 or something like that, or like 20 something to 1 or 2. I think I beat him like 1 or 2 times. And at one point, like in the midst of all this, I took my controller. And I only have one controller. I don't have like another controller. And the tournament's tomorrow, so if I would have broke my controller, I would have been screwed. And I took my controller and I freaking threw it at my couch. And it like hit the couch, hit the backrest, popped up into the air, and landed right back in my lap. And I'm just like, I can't even throw my controller in peace. It's telling you to like, it's like the Smash gods are like, shut up. Get your controller back, you know, and play. So, and I'm not a thrower of my controller. I don't throw my controller ever. Even no matter how angry I get at video games, I've never been one to throw my controller. But that was like the one time I threw my controller in Smash Brothers. The one time was playing against Party Man, not even in tournament, just playing to practice. And I got so angry that I threw my controller. No, I am not committing to Smash Brothers because that's how angry I might get. So I'm good. So yeah. The controller actually did end up breaking eventually down the line, but you know, it wasn't because I threw it that day. You know, it wasn't because I threw it that. But I don't throw controllers. I just usually just like, like I usually hang up. But that one I purposefully, intentionally was like trying to break the controller. Like I was like, screw this. Like I suck. I'm not even good enough to play. Why even play when I can't even win a match, right? So I threw it. I wanted to break it, but I wanted to throw it at my like the hard part of like the bottom of the couch. Like throw it right at that, but I missed, and it hit the bed, hit the back bed rest, flipped up, and landed right in my hand. And it's a wired controller too. It's like it's wired. It was a wired GameCube controller that wired to like to the 4-port GameCube extension for the Switch. So yeah. But anyway, that was that. I smashed my Pro Controller from Splatoon. Alright, I'll sponsor just for one Saturday. Let me know when. Yeah, we could do, obviously, I do the Spawncast on Saturday. Yeah, we can do whenever you want, and we can pick a Saturday out, and we can do it late night after the Spawncast, or I can leave the Spawncast a little early to go do it. So whatever, however you want to get it done, we can do it. Excuse me. Yeah, well, Superpower Man, Party Man can tell you, but yeah, he does play Street Fighter. I tend to throw my GameCube controller when I was young, and now I come to think about it, they're so durable. I smashed dozens of times. Yeah, that's true. True, yeah, they are pretty durable. They are pretty durable. I know how you feel, OJ. My cousin whooped my butt in college football 25, 136 to 29. Okay, if I were you, that's called sell the game. If you ever get beat 136 to 29, sell the game. Pack it up. Pack it up. Pack it up. Sell the game, bro. Sell it. Listen, and I'm not just saying that just to say it for fun. When I lost to my brother in Soul Calibur 2 on the GameCube, 50-0, I sold the game. I said enough is enough. I got it back now. But I just sold the game. I said, nope, I don't deserve to have the game. Sell it. If you ever lose that bad, sell the game. It's over for you. It's over for you. Go play some Astro Bot. Go play some Crash Bandicoot. Go play something else. It's just not for you, brother. You got to know when to fold them. You know, know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. You know that song, right? You know when to fold them. You got to know when to fold them, buddy. It's time to pack it up. Pack it up. Move on. Move on. Move on, hombre. Move on. I'm just saying, and I know you're not lying. Who would admit that they lost 136 to 29? What man would admit that? You know what I mean? Ain't nobody gonna admit that and be jokey. That's yo, if you admit that, that means you serious. You know? Let's see here. Man. Well, I was 30-1 versus Party Man. 30-1. But no, if you lose that many times, like, or if you lose 136 to 29, no. Because the games were actually, between me and Party Man, a lot of the games were close. I just lost. But, like, I took him down to last stock, last hit. So a lot of the games were close. It wasn't just like 2 stocks, you know, all over the place. They were close matches, right? That is not close. That is a ass whipping, butt kicking on major proportion. You're never close. You're never gonna, like, you're not close at all. You're never close. You're just getting destroyed throughout the whole night. See, that wasn't like that with me and Party Man. I just lost the matches, but a lot of them were close, you know? So yeah, there's a difference. Big difference. If you lose 100, I mean, losing 136 to 29, that's like Party Man, like 3 and 2 stocking me all night. That is the equivalent of, like, we play 30 matches, I lose 30-1, and Party Man 3 stocks me almost every single match. That's pretty much, that's the equivalent of losing 136 to 29, you know? So yeah, man. Yo, Elliot, thank you for the $5. Says GTA 6 has been delayed internally according to multiple sources of the development team, being reported on 2 nights. Yeah, I mean, which was a very big possibility that GTA 6 would be delayed. So yeah, that was something that we kind of knew could happen, and it looks like it's happening, you know? So, and I will also say, you know what else is happening? This right here. Even further beyond. Thank you so much, Elliot Wilderman. The beast within. Wild. Thank you, man. Wilderman. I love that name. Shout out to Elliot. I like the name. Is it Elliot? I like that name too. I like your name. It's cool. It sounds cool. Sounds like a wrestler, like a wrestler's name. Like a really cool wrestler that would, like, pick you up and, like, body slam you in some type of way, which is good. Shout out to Elliot. Thank you for the $5. We are going further. We are only 19 combos away from that sweet, sweet bonus. Let's go. Shout outs, man. Actually, yours is worse. Theirs is like 5-1. No, mine's not worse if I'm close. It's not my. It's because he lost 136 to 29. That's different from being close in each game and going down. Like, it's close. It's actually close. At no point was this man close to to winning. There was no hope of this man winning at any point in that game. Whereas me versus Party Man, there was hope for me winning. I just didn't. It was close. Getting beat 136-29, there is no hope. It's a different type of game. Ours are stocks and matches. This is a whole game, right? A whole game. So this dude is losing bad the whole game. Like, there's no time that he's not losing bad. Like, there's no hope whatsoever. Whereas me and Party Man, it was close. A lot of them were very close. It was last stock, last hit, or last stop. Very different. I still lost, but very different. You know? It's one whole game. I don't know how you could even make the comparison. Like I said, because once again, me and Party Man went, it's stocks. I don't know how you can even make the comparison. He's losing the whole game, and he didn't win anything. He's losing the whole game. Me and Party Man, we went. I took stocks. This man lost 136-29. At no point is he ever in the game. At no point does he even have a chance at winning. That's very different from me and Party Man. Whereas I had chances to win many of the games. He had no hope of winning at all. Look, he said it right there. Was it, do I play Street Fighter? I used to play Street Fighter back in the day. I used to play. So yeah, I used to play. But I don't play anymore. But I used to. I used to. I used to. So yeah. Big love though, guys. Big love. Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button, let me know. Let me know. Hit that like button. Let's get it. Let's get it. Shout outs though, guys. Appreciate y'all. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Let's do this. Big love. I gotta have people stop messaging me all over the place. Make sure you guys retweet my my post as well. Check out not the Spawncast, the live stream. Let's get it. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, 7 Moments? Wait, we're talking about different things. Isn't he talking about games in Smash? No. He's not talking about games in Smash. He's talking like, we're not talking like a stock to stock count. He's talking about what's it called? NCAA football. So he lost in NCAA football. One game, he lost 130 something to 29 or whatever. So yeah. The next game better, OJ, but I lost again. Okay, how was the next game? Football is best learned defense first. I get most of my rage quits because people can't run the cheese plays. I think the money, you got to find the money plays. The money plays are like, if you want to get good at any football game, you got to just go online and find out what are the money plays. What are the money plays that no matter what defense or within most of the defenses that people run, you can beat them. You know, with the... Yo, Party Man with the... Ninja Peach.
If it makes you feel better,
Let's go.
You used to whoop Chupa and I in Smash 4 lol. Legit skill checked us back then, plus Sheik was busted. Good times lol. Talking about Smash makes me want to get back in NGL lol.
It really does. It really does. Especially if you play offline. If you play Smash offline, it feels so fun to play. But the online just makes you just go, ah. But yeah, I did body Chupa. But I mean, it's like child abuse though, because you guys were like 13 years old at that time. So it was like dunking on like kids like at the park or like on like the little like toy hoof. Y'all were young and you guys didn't have as much experience. So like literally, I think Chupa was like 16 or like 15. I think how old was Chupa at that point? It was like, yeah, Chupa was like 16 years old or something like that, 15, 16. So I don't think that's fair. Party Man, you were young too. I think Party Man, what were you, like 19, 18, 19? Yeah, Party Man was 20. Chupa was like 16 or like 16. You guys were young. So I don't think that's fair. But yeah. I mean, it's not like people that age can't be good. I mean, there's plenty of 16-year-olds or 20-year-olds that can body me in Smash. But you guys know what I mean. You guys aren't professional players in Smash and all that. So wasn't he 8? Yeah, he was like 8 years old. But no, yeah, I did body Party Man and Chupa in Smash 4 like Oh my gosh, I would cook them with Sheik. But yeah, Sheik was really good in Smash 4. Sheik was really good in Smash 4, so obviously I had the advantage because Sheik was really good. Party Man's characters were not as good. Party Man used Peach in Smash 4 and he used Mario. And those Mario and Peach just weren't good enough in Smash 4 to stand up to Sheik. Even after the nerfs, they just weren't good enough. And Party Man used Ganon, so like that was just like, he was never gonna beat me in Smash. I mean, I think he did beat me a few times, but he wasn't gonna beat me with Ganon. Like that's not gonna get you many dubs, you know, because people would be using freaking Ganon. So yeah. Haven't played Smash forever. Wouldn't mind to play again. Yeah, man. Dude, Smash is so fun, dude. It's so fun. Yeah, we were the conventional best in the friend group to lose to decent players. Yeah. Like it's all good though. It's all good, man. Shout outs to Guardian. What's good? I guess we can let's talk more about the flop of Visions of Mana, because we never really discussed that. Okay, so let's talk about that. So for those who don't know, it looks like Visions of Mana flopped here in the West. In Japan. The sales of Visions of Mana, it only sold 40,000 units in Japan, starting out retail sales only, which is a massive drop. Second worst debut in the franchise history. And essentially, I got into, I guess, I wouldn't say hot water, but I basically talked a little bit about it, just saying, hey, look, I don't think, personally, me, I've made a couple videos on this now, but I don't think that the Game Awards, and I don't think that the Xbox Developer Direct were the move for marketing. Like, I think that those were the wrong marketing moves to really push the game. Don't get me wrong, Game Awards there's a lot of people watching, but just because there's a lot of people watching doesn't mean that they're watching what you're looking like, what you're doing. Like, ask yourself this. Like, let's just say, if a Japanese RPG, like a big Japanese RPG, if it's announced, depending on what the Japanese RPG is, like if it's like, you know, obviously something from like Persona or whatever, that'd be different. But like, if an RPG the size and scope and scale of like something like Visions of Mana, yeah, like, if let's just say it came out to Switch 2 or whatever, and they announced it at a Nintendo Direct, what is going to get more buzz, hype, and excitement from the people watching? Like the crowd. It's going to be the Nintendo Direct over the Game Awards. Even though the Game Awards is going to have way more people watching because everyone's co-streaming it, a lot of people, you know, whatever the case is, right? But ask yourself, what was the reaction to the announcement of Visions of Mana compared to the reaction and like the buzz and the hype for Trials of Mana? Trials of Mana was announced at a Nintendo Direct. I think it was like an E3 showcase that it was announced. And I swear to you, that got way more buzz, way more hype, way more anticipation, and way more love from where they were who they were advertising it to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have a bazillion people on this stream, but you still have targeted marketing, right? And I just don't think that the Game Awards and the Xbox Developer Direct is talking to the people who are really going to buy your game. Like, are PS people really going to buy your game when you're marketing it to the Xbox Developer Direct? I mean, they might. And yes, it's coming to PlayStation, but they did not go after the PlayStation base enough. There should have been, you know, I don't know if I think there was a state of play in between that. There should have been more towards PlayStation. Xbox Developer Direct doesn't get the job done. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming Xbox. I'm not blaming Microsoft. I'm not blaming the Xbox Series. I'm not blaming any of that. I'm just saying from the Square Enix standpoint and marketing, I don't think Xbox Developer Direct and the Game Awards was the right move. Like, I just don't think those were the right move to really target your audience. And I think at a basic fundamental level, the game overshot it overshot how popular it was. They took the money that they made from from Collection of Mana on the Switch. They took the money that they made from Trials of Mana on the Switch and PlayStation, and they funded this game thinking, oh, it's popular enough. We sold millions of copies between Collection of Mana and Trials of Mana. That sold millions, double-digit millions, right? It sold 1.3 million, and then I think... Oh, don't want to out the source. Look, from someone, I have been told that that Collection of Mana has sold decently, okay? Decently. It sold pretty good, right? So between the two, I'll say that it's above 2 million units. Let's just say it's above 2 million. So they made a lot of money off of that, right? They made a lot of money off that. Then they took that money and invested it into the most visually impressive best Mana game. But what they should have done was realize that that money should have been invested into where you know it's going to go for sales. where you know it's going to go for sales is probably going to be Nintendo Switch and PlayStation. Now, you can make an Xbox version of that, but you should have probably made the game with Nintendo Switch in mind first, and then say, we'll port to other platforms, because that's where you know where you made a lot of your money. Now, what I think that they did is that they said, hey, this is our opportunity and this is our chance to truly make the Mana series as big as it was before, where they were selling, 500,000 copies at launch or whatever. Secret of Mana, Trials of Mana, those did gangbusters on the Super Nintendo. But the problem is that, once again, you're marketing and you're advertising and you're pushing this to people that are not going to play your game, that are not interested in your game enough. So I think that was the marketing problem from a developer concept and where you felt your game was going to do best or whatever. It was off. Like, listen, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, that's what happened. Okay. Like, we're looking at the sales numbers in Japan, at least. Now, if there's some type of miraculous thing that happens, but I think everyone's playing Astro Bot. Everyone's playing Astro Bot, or everyone's looking forward to something else. Are they playing Visions of Mana on PlayStation? Probably not. Nobody's really playing it on Xbox. It's nowhere near the top charts. This game debuted at the top of the charts when it comes to Trials of Mana on PlayStation and on Nintendo Switch. So, yeah, man, they just messed up. They messed up. They overshot their hand. They overshot their hand, and they thought that they had something bigger than what it actually was. Which I made a video talking about why The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky first remake. Why Switch? Why not more graphics? Blah, blah. I'm like, well, dude, look at what happened to Visions of Mana. You should probably develop the game with Switch in mind first, sell to those people, because you know that those people are probably going to buy the game. And then, yeah, if you want the PlayStation version, you want whatever, then sure, make it. Do whatever. Xbox, sure, great. But you're cutting off a lot of your potential base, not having that 140 something million install base. So they overshot their hand. Like, listen, I tried to be positive about it. I didn't want to make it seem like switch this, switch that. But now at this point, you got to look at it and say, yeah, that was a mistake. Like, hindsight's 2020, right? It was a mistake. There's no other way to look at it. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. Like, that's it. What's up, Paul Gale? What is good? So do you think they expected Switch 2 to be out by now? They could have. And that's something that I was thinking about when I was making my video, Dawson, and I think that they maybe thought that Switch 2 might have been out by now. Yeah, that's true. They could have been. But once again, you can't take that risk, because Switch 2 is not going to have a big install base, right? Like, if this is a Switch 2 game only, there's not a big install base. So even if it was on Switch 2, how many people are going to actually have the Switch 2 and buy the game? You see what I'm saying? So it should have never been planned for, like, base level planned for that. Anyway, the base level, the lowest level should have been Switch. Just like Dragon Quest, man. Dragon Quest 11S, the base level, the base level for that was 3DS, but in terms of the HD version, the base level was like, hey, we got to make sure that it can run on Switch, or at least it's going to be on Switch, So the base level should have been Switch and then go up from there. And I know that's not going to make graphics as pretty. I get it. It's not going to be as good, but it's better than the series dying. I think that that's too big of a risk for a series that hasn't had a new game, like a brand new game, in like 20 years. Like, your series has not had a brand new game in 20 years. Why are you taking that risk with install base? That seems wild to me. Like I said, in hindsight, that seems crazy when you sold most of your copies of the last game, like the Trials of Mana, on Nintendo. So I think that it was too big of a risk for a franchise that's not that big to exclude Switch at this point. Once again, now that I'm seeing the sales numbers, I didn't want to play, switch this, switch that, but you can't, analysis is analysis, and the facts seem to be the facts, and the facts seem to be that nobody bought this game because a lot of people didn't buy this game because it wasn't on Switch, and they potentially maybe marketed to the wrong people that aren't going to be interested in that game, With Falcon, people should realize that every new Trials game has been set in steady sales declines in Japan. Daybreak could even break 50K in its first week in Japan. Yeah, that's true too. Visions of Mana once again proves that if you're doing a big IP like Final Fantasy, Monster Hunter, you should never ignore Switch. I mean, I feel like Monster Hunter you can if you want, because Monster Hunter has enough of an audience, but I don't think Mana has that. Like, Monster Hunter does not have a built-in, like, have to do Nintendo base, because Monster Hunter was not a Nintendo franchise to start out with, right? Monster Hunter was a PlayStation franchise to start out with. And yes, it did take, well, no, the PSP Monster Hunters were sold big too. And so did the 3DS, but it was still split, right? You had a lot of PS guys on Monster Hunter. You had a lot of guys. PlayStation is just as I would say, you know, just as responsible as Nintendo for the success of Monster Hunter. So it's very different. Whereas Mana was birthed as a Nintendo franchise. The first 3 games were all Nintendo exclusives at first, right? Final Fantasy Adventures, which is the first Mana game on Game Boy. Secret of Mana 2, or Secret of Mana, that was the Super Nintendo. And then Trials of Mana, or Seiken Densetsu 3, which is Secret of Mana 3, right? In Japan. Those were all Nintendo exclusives. So it was built off of that, first and foremost. You know? Built off of that first and foremost. Now, it did go over to PlayStation. There's PS1. There's PS2 Mana games. But it was still, once again, built off of that. And, like I said, obviously, like, they should have marketed more to PlayStation players at the beginning, you know? Which I don't think they did a good job of. DeAndre with the $2.21. So just now finding out that Octopath 1 was shadow dropped on PS5. I had no idea, and it's not physical. I'll just buy it on Switch then. Octopath Primrose theme, please. Yeah, it came out a while ago, I think. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for the $2.21. And Sicilian, thank you guys so much. Getting us to 90. All right, let's go. Primrose theme. And Xbox lack the attention span and don't buy games. Don't say that. You're gonna get Anthony Cooper very mad tonight, bro. Don't say that. Attention span. No, I don't think it's about that. I don't know if it's about that. Let's see here. Thank you so much, though. I appreciate it. Primrose theme. This man Sicilian really be hating Xbox people, man. Come on now. Octopath. Octopath. All right. Thank you so much, man. Also, because Capcom used to make Monster Hunter similar to how Falcom did with Trails, released in Japan first and West later. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Sony wishes they could have bought the rights to Monster Hunter, but Capcom made so much more money going multiplat. Bought the rights. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can buy the rights to Monster Hunter. I don't know how you'd get that done. Capcom owns the IP, but do you mean like pay for exclusivity? Is that what you mean? But yeah, I don't know if Capcom was ever gonna sell the rights, like sell the IP to Sony. Yeah, I don't think Capcom was ever gonna do that. They always had confidence in Monster Hunter. They knew that at some point it would pop. That's why they kept on making them, even though they weren't massive sellers. They still sold enough. They still made money. So I don't think Sony, or I don't think Capcom would ever sell the rights to Monster Hunter. Like, why? Why sell the rights for however much money when you could make that money yourself and then still own the IP, so then you can make even more money? Anytime that there's a movie, you can do licensing, whatever the case is. Why sell the IP for how much? You know, when you could make that for your own company. And once again, you'll lose value as a company. If you sell your IP, you are no longer as valuable as you once were, right? So what's the point of selling that? You know, so I don't think that was ever even a thing like that would even happen. It's not feasible. It's not a thing, you know, like them buying the rights to, I mean, how much would they spend? Like, it'd have to be some type of crazy deal that would put Capcom in a whole new tax bracket. Like, it'd have to be something crazy, because remember, you give up all the rights to everything, so you can never make money on that IP again. So it would have to be something pretty crazy for Capcom to say, okay, yeah, you guys can buy Monster Hunter off us. That's why, yeah, I don't see it as a real thing. So yeah. I think you meant pay for exclusivity, how Sony does with Final Fantasy. Yeah, I mean, maybe, but how long will that last? You know. Serious question: do JRPGs just not sell outside of Switch? It always seems like AAA JRPGs do, but rarely less graphically intense games do. No, I don't. I mean, sells in what way? Like, do AA RPGs sell enough to make money outside of Switch? Yes. Like, for example, like The Legend of Heroes, I think it sells decently on PlayStation. Like, it's not terrible. And there are other RPGs as well, but nothing off the top of my head. But yeah, there are others that do well enough. But you only hear about the big AAA games, right? You only hear about those. So yeah. Let's see. Dark Souls, Elden Ring is a JRPG. Okay, so here's the thing. Most people, and I think maybe even FromSoft and Sony themselves as well, they do not classify Elden Ring as a JRPG. They classify it as just an action RPG, like any other action RPG. And the reason why they don't, Sony has actually something on this, because Sony has a page dedicated to RPGs and what they are, and Sony gives their own definitions and explains things. And they classify a JRPG more as, hey, you have like you have like your team members, you have like a fantastical story and the set pieces and all the stuff that you would see in your typical JRPGs, right? They classify the Souls games very much like Witcher, right? Witcher's just an action RPG. So they see it more as The Witcher than they see it as Visions of Mana or Final Fantasy VII Rebirth or Infinite, like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. They don't see it as that. They see that as separate, and they see stuff like The Witcher or like Cyberpunk, Souls. They separate those two. So keep that in mind. You know, you don't have to, but I don't think FromSoft or Sony see it that way, and I think a lot of people don't see it that way either. You know. I used to think that too until I saw that. I'm thinking to myself like, yeah, like a lot of people online don't classify it as that. So yeah. The funniest thing is that JRPGs can also be action RPG. Like a JRPG can also be just like an action RPG, right? So it's funny. It's funny because like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, oh yeah, that's also an action RPG, but it's also a JRPG. But Souls, it's a Japanese-made game. That's an action RPG, but it's not a JRPG. Really weird, right? Really silly. It's like when people are learning the English language. How about son? Yeah, your son. No, the son. No, son. Don't talk to me that way. What? I'm not your son. No, I'm just saying, son. Don't talk to me that way. What? What? No, the son. No, the son's hot. Like my son? Is he hot? No, that's my son. No, son, don't talk to me. It's something like that. That's what it reminds me of. It's it's like when people are trying to learn English and like you're trying to teach them and they're like, huh? What? That's stupid. That doesn't make sense. It's the same thing. Well, no, not really. So yeah. So yeah. So Son Goku. Hidetaki Miyazaki is a lot more inspired by Western fantasy, and I think that's why Dark Souls is what it is. And yeah, that's fine. That's completely fine, Dash. Yeah. Most less graphically JRPG don't do well on Switch. Just look at Soul Hackers 2. Yeah, Soul Hackers 2 flopped. Sakura Wars reboot flop. McFlop. 13 Sentinels didn't do well until... Well, no, it did well. No. 13 Sentinels did well. It did well. It just didn't cross the million mark until it hit Switch. In my opinion, JRPG devs hurt themselves financially by porting to Xbox if it isn't on Game Pass. I don't really think the ports cost too much. So I don't know if they hurt themselves too bad financially if they port to Xbox, because we just don't know the prices, you know. OJ, will you do the first Berserker Kazan? I mean, I don't know. It looks kind of cool, but I'm not a big Souls guy. I'll be honest. Which discovers how hard it is to translate Japanese to English. And man, I do not envy those people. Exactly. Japanese to English is very difficult. It's not easy at all. It's not easy. It sucks. It sucks bad. Is FF16 a JRPG since it's essentially DMC? FF16 is it's an action RPG, right? But you can technically say it's also a JRPG, but a very fringe one. The producer doesn't like to see it that way, but there's definitely a lot of JRPG stuff in the game. But I think the biggest, I would say, knock against it being a JRPG is the fact that your team members or who you fight with, you can't actually like control them in any way. Usually JRPGs, once again, have that ability to do that. but a lot of like the set pieces, the stuff that you would see in a JRPG from a story mechanics and from a mechanical standpoint are in Final Fantasy 16. But it's harder to say that one. That seems more like an action RPG, right? Like a heavy on the action RPG, you know? But yeah, it's kind of, that one's kind of like a weird in between. So this is more so you can't customize them. Well, I mean, yeah, you can't pick the characters, the other characters, like you can't customize them to your liking. Like there's a lot of things that you can do in like that you can't do, sorry, in Final Fantasy 16 that you could do in a normal JRPG. Like if you're playing Lost Odyssey, right? Or if you're playing Octopath Traveler, if you're playing, you know, Xenoblade Chronicles, these are all things that are very standard in a JRPG. Like I can't remember the last JRPG that you couldn't, you know, like pick another character, customize them, blah blah blah. Like Final Fantasy 16 does not have a lot of that. I mean, you can do some things at times, but for the most part, no. Like you have a little bit of customization over your dog, you know, but a lot of the other characters, they just kind of like fight on their own, you know. So yeah, that's why it's really kind of like not. But there are some things that make it, but not really, you know. Let's see, the RPG elements are barely there, for sure. I love the game, though. Hand over 200 hours to it. Nice, Manny. Nice. Bro, FF16 non-controllable party members made me sad. I still love the game. Yeah, it was actually really sad when you can't control Sid, because Sid's like the greatest Sid. Like, the greatest iteration of Sid ever is in Final Fantasy 16, and, like, you can't use him. You can't use him normally and everything. So, yeah, that sucks, you know? I want to get into Xenoblade so bad. Here's the thing to do to get into Xenoblade. If you really, truly want to get into Xenoblade, throw everything you know about action RPGs out of the, like, throw it out of your brain and focus on saying, I'm going to love these characters. That's all you got to do. If you do that, it will get you past if you find the combat boring or too complicated or whatever the case is. And do not be afraid in Xenoblade Chronicles 1. Just put it on casual mode and just enjoy the story. If you do that and you truly try to get into who the characters are and why and where and all of that, the gameplay and all that will flow with it. It's really a story, character-driven thing first, and then the gameplay is something that maybe you enjoy once you know the characters. And I know that sounds goofy as hell because you're going to be doing like RPGs, it's about the combat, but I'm telling you, if you just start first with the story and knowing that it's going to be a banger, you will get through Xenoblade way better. A lot of the times when people don't like it, it's because one, they don't care about the story. All they care about is just that. And two, it confuses them. They don't know what, you know, they don't know what the story is, or they don't care about the characters. So my advice is to actually want to be into a story-wise. Like, pay attention to the cutscenes, all of that good stuff, you know? And if you do that, you're going to love Xenoblade. Like, I've never met anybody that really knows the story and knows the characters and says the game sucks, you know? But I have met a lot of people who don't know anything, like, just try to play and, like, maybe they have a little bit of fun, but they're just like, oh, I don't like auto battling. I don't like this. It's like, it's not about the auto battling. It's about the experience. The auto battling, like, it makes sense when you realize that, like, you don't want to be mashing the button for the gameplay, right? Because, like, the visions and how the game works, it's very different from other games, you know? So, hype level for Metaphor, hype. #1 game that I'm looking forward to. If you could be a top creative consultant for a gaming studio or company besides Nintendo, which would you choose? Sega. Like Atlas. Japanese is hard, traditional Mandarin Chinese, hold my whatever that is. Is there a Spawncast tonight? Clearly there is not a Spawncast tonight, Ronnie. That's why I said not Spawncast, because there's no Spawncast tonight. So there's no Spawncast tonight. My favorite game is Samurai Showdown. All right. Playing Xeno 2 right now. I'm having a problem continuing about 25 hours and I want to continue. Should I stop playing and start playing the first one? Yeah, I don't know why you would start with Xenoblade. I mean, technically you can, but I would just start with Xenoblade 1. Just go in order. Don't stop jumping to 3 or to 2. Just go in order. Go in order and then play the DLCs in order too. So just go in order. I mean, you can play Xenoblade 2 first. I mean, you can. I don't want to spoil it for you. You can absolutely play Xenoblade 2 first, but I do recommend playing Xenoblade 1 first, and then playing Xenoblade 2. I do recommend that. So, Xenoblade anime series, maybe one of these days, man. Players should be made into NPC for the next Xeno game. One of these days, maybe they'll be inspired by me. Apparently, a little birdie told me that they know about me. The development, well, actually, no, not even a little birdie told me. They, I think the development team, the development team sent me this Xenoblade 1 picture from the team here, and then like the translators and stuff like that. So they know about me because they sent me this. They said that, hey, look, we were looking and we thought that you might like this. It was like such a random thing. I guess nobody that I know got one of these. So, so if they put me in as an NPC, I'd be very happy. I don't think they're going to, but that'd be cool if they did. Oh man, that'd be cool if they did. So yeah. I will play Xeno 3 first. I will play it first. So yeah, it's all good. Yeah, no Spawncast tonight, guys. Although I think John said that there will be a Q&A. There will be a Q&A. So yeah. There will be a Q&A. So you guys can check out that Q&A on there. Yeah, it looks like Deion Sanders is getting blasted right now on Twitter, bro. So Deion Sanders is getting blasted right now on Twitter, dude. He is getting blasted because they just got absolutely crushed by Nebraska. So Bead Queen is happy. Bead Queen is definitely happy about that one. Bead Queen is happy. Gosh, they're getting absolutely destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. I'm looking at the score. So Colorado lost. What was the final score? I didn't see it here. Colorado lost. Oh, okay, there was only 20. It was 28-10. Okay, I thought they were losing 28 to nothing by the first half. I thought they were going to get like super blasted. I mean, they lost by 18. It's still a blast. But it's not like a super. It's still a blast. I mean, they were down 14 to nothing, or they were down 28 to nothing. I guess they put in like they put in backups or something like that. It looks like they just ran out the clock. Just ran the clock down. So yeah. Man, that's crazy. No running game from the Colorado. No running game at all. Only 16 yards rushing. That's not good. It's definitely not good. Definitely not good. They got blasted, dude. Travis Hunter played good though. 10 receptions for 110 yards, and then he also had 3 tackles for 1 solo and 1 tackle for loss. So he actually played a pretty good game. I tried Xenoblade 1 and Chronicles X. I like the stories, but the combat is a turnoff. It was more like Xenosaga. If it was more like Xenosaga combat, I'd probably in the series a lot more. Yeah, like I said, not everybody's going to be into it as much. Xenoblade's combat, to me, it gets better and better as you play it. I don't know how much you played, Cody, but I'm guessing you probably only played like a few hours. But you got to really play it and understand and get all the Monado arts. Like the Monado arts are something that's just super cool. And once you start understanding the combat, then it becomes way better. Xenosaga just plays like a turn-based RPG, which is, it's still really good. But Xenoblade takes combat to the next level because of all the other, like the Monado, and because of all the other stuff that you can do in the game. Like it really feels like much better to me than Xenosaga once you truly understand. I mean, when I first played Xenoblade, I felt the same way. Like, man, Xenosaga feels a bit better because that's what you're used to. But I'm telling you, man, when you really actually start playing Xenoblade and get into the Monado arts and get into how to play the game, it becomes way more fun than Xenosaga. And I think that's the reason why Xenosaga, while it's great, you look at the reviews, obviously nowhere near as good as Xenoblade, right? Like the reviews for Xenoblade are way better than Xenosaga games because that combat just picks up a lot. But you got to actually play it for like a good amount of time. Like you can't just like play it first 10 hours or even 20. Like it takes a while to get going, like to get all the stuff, you know? So, but I get it though. A lot of people just quit before they even get there. So yeah. Astro is a game. I just saved 150 bots and I'm having fun, but I need to play another Nintendo game to choose. Games to choose. A game of the year. Zelda's looking good. Yeah, Zelda's looking good. I think Zelda could be in there as well. You think Unicorn Overlord might have a shot in being nominated? No, Unicorn Overlord has no shot. Zero shot at being nominated. None of the reviewers that I know even talk about Unicorn Overlord even being good. They didn't play the game. They do not care about Unicorn Overlord. So no, it has no shot. It'll get nominated in my own. I'll nominate it. Sicilian with the $2 says Xenosaga has very good combat though with the mecha. No, it does have very good combat. It has great. I just don't think it's as good as Xenoblade. Like I think that you take Xenoblade, like Future Deemed destroys any Xenosaga game, in my opinion. Like I'll take Future Redeemed, Xenoblade 3, I'll take 2, and I'll take 1, and I'll take that over any Xenosaga game. But that's just me person. Everybody doesn't feel that same way. But to me, like the combat and like the, you know, the all the stuff that you can do in the game, like the chain attacks and all that, the customization that you have from game to game, like the Monado arts, that stuff is just super cool, you know. So yeah. But no, Xenosaga's combat's not bad. It's actually very good. It's actually a very good game. Just started Future Redeemed is the GOAT. I love Future Redeemed. It's so good. It's so good. So good. Love me some Future Redeemed, man. It's so good. I wish I could not know about it so then I can play it again. So then I can experience the awesomeness that game is. I wish I could because it's so good. You know? Big love to Sicilian. Thank you for the $2. We are going. Hey, shout outs. We are only 8 combos away from another bonus stream. Let's freaking go. Thank you guys so much for your support, man. I appreciate that tonight. Let's get it. Fatal Fury is the #1 as Terry Bogard versus Geese Howard. Okay. Shout outs to Fatal Fury. OG, have you ever played those Super Nintendo Mickey Mouse side scrollers like the Great Circus? Yeah, I used to rent those back in the day. Although I don't remember playing them, but I know that I played them. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't remember like what I did in them, but I remember renting them and playing them. But I just don't remember exactly how good they were and all that. It was a long time ago. Like I used to rent so many. Me and my brother, we used to rent so many games. We would walk to the video store and we would rent the games, mom and pop shop or other places, and we would just rent Super Nintendo games all the time. And like we played so many games that I don't even remember the names to. But I mean, we used to go in there like every weekend. We would scrounge up, you know, $3 to rent for the weekend. And back then it used to be $1 per day. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, $3 for the rental, right? It was just $3. So we would scrounge up together allowance or scrounge up together whatever money we can get. Or my dad sometimes would take us and, you know, get us pizza and get us a game. And, you know, we would rent a game for the night. And I remember renting those or renting Mickey Mouse games on Super Nintendo and eating pizza and enjoying, you know, time with my brother and my family. But yeah, I don't remember exactly what I did in those games because I didn't own them or anything. I don't remember beating them either. But yeah, Mickey Mouse was dope. I used to think like Mickey Mouse was super cool. Well, Mickey Mouse is super cool, but I like the movie that like Fantasia or whatever from like Disney. My dad had that on like cassette tapes, and like he used to have all these cassette tapes that he would buy from yard sales, and we would watch a lot of Mickey Mouse like stuff and all that. So back in the day, childhood sounded like fun. My childhood was incredible. It was full of danger. Like it's not a childhood that I would even dare to have for my own kids. Like hell no. But my childhood was exciting, man. It was fun. It was exciting. There was danger. It was tough. It was gritty. It was just it was great. I wouldn't change a thing. Fights, you know, school stuff, just like I said, video games, you know. You just learn how to learn how to grow up, man. But it was good. It was good. I have a lot of fun, good memories. Even though at the time it wouldn't have been good. It would have been like, man, I got into a fight, or oh man, this happened, or man, we were in a tough spot. But it builds character. I'm happy that all that stuff happened. But I would not want my own, like my child. Hell no, he's not gonna be fighting. He's not gonna be raised so rough like I was raised, you know. Because I was raised back in the day. It was very different. So heck no. But I find it fun. I found that fun, but I would not want any other child to be raised like that. No. Absolutely not. Jose was scratching for survival. I mean, listen, we were raised, you know, we didn't have a lot of money, but there was fun, man. It was just fun. But yeah, there was a lot of times where, yeah, it was me in a dark alley with people trying to kill me, like people trying to fight, or me running away from people, or there was a lot of times where, yeah, there was serious bodily damage that somebody else wanted to inflict on me, and I didn't have anybody to help me or save me. You know, there wasn't any teachers around, or, you know, stuff like that. Then there's a lot of good times, right? Like hanging out with my family, like my brother, you know, having, like, you know, where you're safe. But then there's a lot of times where you're not safe, you know. But like, I don't want my kid, my boy, to ever be in a position to where he's not safe. Like, I don't want, you know, he's not gonna fight anybody. No, like, I don't want that on anybody else. But for me, it was good. It was fun, but not for anybody else. Not in today's day. Today's day is different, you know. The crime rate is actually more now because there's just like more people, you know. The crime rate wasn't as bad back then. Just OJ came from the era where parents let their teachers beat their kids. Not that old. Not quite that old. But yeah, no, I would never let a teacher put hands on me. I'd probably jump kick them back. There ain't never a time a teacher will put, I mean, although they did, yeah, pull ear. There was one time where Polomus, like, I did get the ear pulled one time. But I don't recall any type of like hitting, but yeah, ear pull for sure. Ear pulled. I remember my youngest memories, I think one time, I forgot what I did. But it warranted a ear pulling, so. He says, "Boys in the Hood, the OJ way." Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Shout outs to Boys in the Hood. Great one. Listen, 6th and 8th grade fights were a time. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Today's youth are too soft. I mean, it's like yes and no. It's like they are, but then at the same time, it's a different type of world, right? Different type of world. What do I think of Banjo-Kazooie? It's all right. What's up, Patrick Courtney? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today, brother? Welcome. Big love, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button yet, hit that like button. Let them know that we're streaming. We're trying to get to 200 likes. We're pretty close. We're at 182. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys do, excuse me, hit that like button. Let them know that we're streaming. Thank you guys so much for your support. Also, check out my most recent video if you're going to skedaddle or if you want to watch some awesome content. Check out my most recent video on Xenoblade. There is a lot of good content going up on the channel. So you guys are definitely going to want to check that out as well. So do that. Some kid framed me for stealing and I got put in a room by myself for the day. My man got framed, bamboozled. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I'm great. So much football. Times are good. Yeah, a lot of football today. I can't wait for tomorrow and Monday. I can't wait for tomorrow and Monday, man. Tomorrow and Monday are going to be great. Me and Baron, we're working on getting some content out for you guys when it comes to the channel. So yeah. So it's very good. Very good stuff. Very good. Very good. Hit that like button though, guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe. If you are not subscribed, hit that like button and subscribe. Let's go. Let's go. Hit that like button. Let's do it. Hit that like button. Let's do it. Let's do it. Shout outs, guys. Say, I finished watching your Zelda Breath of the Wild review. You look so much different now. The difference is striking. Breath of the Wild review, so that was 2021. I mean, I think I just got more of a beard, right, than I did back then. So, I think that's about it. It was only 3 years ago. I'm great. All right. The Bears. Yeah, you guys got Caleb Williams, so I know you're happy about that. which I know you're not a Ravens fan, but do you think that you think we're good enough season? 1 second. Massive freaking with the JoJo.
Nice to see my boy holding it down for the cast.
Hey,
great
shout outs.
topics and great discussion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for the big JoJo Dono. 102 on the board. You guys know we have finally hit it. So my man Massive Rican, I'm pretty sure you know what is coming next. You guys know the bonus stream, the limit break. We out. Let's go. Okay. Thank you guys for your support tonight, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Was that 4 years ago that I did that review? Let's go. 4 years ago that I did that review? Let's go. Yeah, I mean, I think I do look a bit different. I think I've lost weight, and I've definitely put on more muscle. But, my beard's more full, for sure. For sure. But yeah, I mean, I guess I do look a bit different. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm not a Ravens fan. Thank you so much, though, Massive Rican. I appreciate that. It's not JoJo Fridays, but y'all know we got to do this because it'd be funny. We got to do this because it's fun. Let's go. Yes, sir. JoJo Fridays was yesterday, but we dropping the JoJos today. That $10 and up. Let's get it, baby. Thank you for the support. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. My man, Massive Rican. Let's go. Pretty good review. Yeah, I spent a lot of time on that review. Scripting a little bit, and of course playing the game, capturing the footage and all that good stuff. So yeah, it was a fun review, man. It was a fun review. It's like I never really like reviewed it. So yeah, I never really like reviewed it. So it was good to actually get like a good review of the game, like a really good review of the game. So yeah, it was fun, man. I had fun reviewing it. Yeah, okay, I see which one you're talking about. Yeah, I was just kind of fatter. I mean, really what it came down to. I mean, I still had the beard, but I was just kind of more fat in that review. So yeah. Let's see. Never watched a single episode of JoJo. Looks goofy to me. Yes, that is the point. It's supposed to be goofy. It is a very goofy, bizarre anime. Yes, that is exactly the point, and it's freaking incredible. And it's absolutely incredible. Yes, but it's a very goofy, weird, obscure, abstract anime, and I love it. And I love it for that. And it's funny, too. It's very funny. It can be very, very funny at times. It's serious, but it can also be super funny. Some arcs are more funnier than other arcs. Like JoJo Part 1 isn't really funny at all, which is the hilarious. It's like funny overall because JoJo Part 1 isn't funny. Like there's no comedy in there. It's so serious. But JoJo Part 2 is funny. Like it's funny. The main character is like a goofball, you know? And then JoJo Part 3 is like also kind of funny. There's like a lot of funny things. And JoJo Part 4 is also kind of funny as well. Part 5, there is some funny parts in there, but the main character isn't funny. Like they all have their different personalities. And then other jokes, like Part 6 isn't really funny. I mean, there's some funny parts, but not like Part 2 and Part 3 are like goofball, like super goofball. Yeah, Part 3 is a mix, but anytime you have Jonathan, Joseph. He's like so stupid, you know? He's like the goofiest JoJo out of all of them. He's like so damn dumb at times. So he was being just completely like silly the whole time, almost the whole time. Yeah, JoJo Part 1 is just sad. It's just really sad and depressing. Like, it's really just sad. There's really not anything like good about JoJo Part 1. It's just it's super serious and it's very sad, but it's good. It's very good. Yeah, I have not seen. Oh no, Diamond is Unbreakable. Yes, I've seen. Of course, yeah, Diamond is Unbreakable. Yeah, very goofy. Yeah, most of the time it's not, but there's very specific times where they do insert a lot of comedy. Part 3 in particular, and like even Part 2, like They do have quite a bit of comedy in there. So, not all the time, but a lot of the time. But even sometimes you laugh, even if they don't mean it to be funny, you still laugh at it. Like parts of like, it is me, Dio! Like stuff like that. Like even like part 1 where it's not supposed to be funny, but it ends up being funny. You know? Even stuff like that is like funny. Or like when they start explaining why they're kicking your butt. Oh, you think you did this? But then I did this. And I was going to tell you why I did everything here. I'll tell you right now, but my person did this. My stando did this. And the person's just like, oh, no. Oh, there's no way that you can do that. He's like, oh, let me tell you why I did do that. Let me tell you exactly why you did lose. I'll tell you right now. This is the reason why I did this right here. Because I am the bit, like, I am over here, I'm doing this. Okay. Like, they do all this stuff like that. So, that's when it's like, they're being serious, but it's like freaking funny when they just start like posing and like, all of a sudden like doing different things. And it's like, okay, this is hilarious. It's not supposed to be funny, but you end up laughing anyway, you know? Like, you end up laughing anyway. Or it's like, you end up like being pissed, but then like laughing because like, why the hell would they do that? Like in part 1, like he sees his dog, and this is not funny. I'm not a fan of animal abuse. This is not funny. He goes, oh, that's your dog. And he just freaking he like freaking tiger knees the dog. Like just tiger knees the dog. And then he does something even worse. And I'm thinking to myself, what the heck, I'm pissed. But then later I'm laughing, I'm like, why would you do that? Like, why would you do that to this man's dog? You are a douchebag. I hate you. But it's like, oh my goodness, this anime is wild, you know? But it was just like out of nowhere, he just freaking knees the dog. Just like knocks the hell out of it. I'm like, what just happened right now? Yeah, they wanted you to hate Dio. They just wanted you to just start hating him. You know, they just wanted you to just start hating him. So that's why they did all that. But I mean, yeah, I definitely hated Dio after that. I definitely hated Dio. I hated him with passion. No, I don't have. Oh wait, no, I do. I have a Steam Deck. And my opinion is I don't like them. I don't like mini PCs. I don't like the Windows 11. I'm not a fan of ROG Ally at all. I had one for like barely a day, like a couple hours. I returned it. It was trash. I don't like it. Steam Deck. I have a Steam Deck OLED, and I kept it. So yeah, I do have a Steam Deck OLED. And it's okay. It's okay. I don't use it though. I don't really use it, but yeah. One Piece. Yeah, everyone says you need to watch One Piece, but there's too many episodes, man. Once they do like the whole newer version of it where they cut back on the episodes, maybe I'll check it out more. But yeah, I'm not watching it right now, man. I ain't doing it right now. I ain't doing it right now. Nope, no siree, Bobo-ree. no siree, Bobos. Absolutely not. So, funniest moment in Stardust Crusaders, in my opinion, is when they laughed at the stand user who hides in the mirror in the desert because they noticed the two rocks look the same. Oh yeah, I remember that part. Yeah. Joestars are Belmonts. Kinda. One Piece is so long, man. It's so long, dude. All right, take it easy. Guardian Heaven. Thanks for coming out to the stream. What's up, Sun Kian? Welcome to the stream. What's up? Is it Clint? What's up, man? What's up, Kevin? Welcome to the stream. Outlaw Star. Yes, I remember Outlaw Star. I used to watch it on Toonami back in the day. I don't know if I ever finished it, but I remember I used to watch it all the time and I liked it a lot. I just totally forgot about that anime though. But yeah, I remember Outlaw Star and I remember watching it a lot and liking it. And I just remember just at one point I just stopped watching Toonami, or I didn't have cable TV. I don't know where I left off, but that might be an anime that I revisit, that I would say, okay, let me go back to Outlaw Star. Let me go back to that. But I remember liking it a lot. Kind of fell off later in that show. I mean, maybe it did, House Gang. I'll be honest, I don't trust your judgment. But yeah, maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I don't know. I'll be completely honest. I don't completely trust your judgment. when it comes, I don't trust anybody's judgment when it comes to anime. So let me to be honest here, and to be fair with everyone, I don't trust anybody's judgment. Because anime is too like subjective. Like a lot of y'all are like weirdos and y'all like weird stuff, and some of y'all have like bad taste, and y'all be like, oh, watch this, OJ, and then I watch it and it's ass. Excuse my French, it's bad. So I don't really trust anybody but myself when it comes down to it. So when people say it's good or it's bad or it fell, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'll watch. I'll check it out myself. So, because like I said, a lot of y'all goofy as hell when it comes to certain stuff that you guys like or not like. So, yeah. One Piece is long, but it's worth it. All right. Well, maybe one of these days. Let's see. I don't trust anybody's opinion. People hyped up Demon Slayer and thought it was a genetic shonen snooze fest. I like Demon Slayer. I think it's really good. You know. I don't think it's a snooze fest. I think Demon Slayer is awesome. I don't think Demon Slayer is like, oh my god, it's like the greatest anime ever. Like it was voted the other, you know, in like one of the polls. But I do think Demon Slayer is really good. I do like it. I can't say I've completed nearly 1,000 animes. Yeah, DJ King, you're anime god, dude. Let's see here. Well, why is Nintendo Prime always console worn? What did he console war about? I didn't see how he was console worn. I could almost never take manga reader. Yeah, I don't listen to anything manga readers have to say. I actually don't. I don't envy people that are in that business because it just seems like to be the most annoying business to be into. Because like anime people are like worse than like video, like they're as bad or worse than video game people. You know, like video game people are pretty bad. But man, if there was one fandom that might be worse, it's freaking anime fans, dude. They got what's it called? They got Roger's Base out here acting completely out of character. Roger's Base, like the nicest guy that I know. You got that dude acting completely out of character. Completely. Oh man, dude. Yeah, they are annoying. I agree. They are annoying. So yeah, I try to stay away from that. I didn't even read my own comment section, like when I did like the 20th anniversary Naruto thing, or the 20 something, like whatever I did for that. Like, I did like a for those who don't know, if you're interested, I did like a there was a Naruto, what was it? It was like a 20th anniversary. Yeah, there we go. I did a 20th anniversary a reanimated reaction. Oh my gosh, people were acting kind of crazy in that, and like I was like testing out anime content on the channel. I'm just like, oh man, I can't deal with this anymore. And the people that come to my, like people that chat on my comments, they're kind of crazy too, but I don't want to have the anime crazies, and like I don't want to have both. But if you want to watch it, I think it's a pretty cool video. Somebody like remastered and like did like a tribute to Naruto, and like remastered it like in HD, and it's awesome. It's like super cool looking. And like I did a reaction to that. But man, like the editing for anime is like, if these companies weren't so, here's the thing, I would deal with the fans if these companies weren't so freaking garbage when it comes to copyright. Like, holy smokes, man, they will copyright. Man, if you say Naruto 3 times in the mirror and turn out the lights, you turn it back on, you'll have a freaking Toei, or you'll have shonen anime lawyer in your freaking bathroom telling you to take that back. You know, like they're so wild with the copyright. Like, you've got to chop your video, you got to chop, you got to chop till you drop, you got to chop your videos up, man. Like, you can't, like, they don't believe in fair use. Like, they don't believe in fair use, bro. Like, they do not believe in fair use. They do not believe in fair use at all. So, like, that's the reason. That's one of the reasons why I don't like doing anime content either. Like, yo, Archer, yo, thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate that, man. So yeah. By the way, if you look at your Discord group, no one is an anime fan more than Ravier. He's a fan of those niche bottom of the barrel animes at times. Oh yeah, I didn't know that. Shout outs though. Let's see here. Well, it's Japan. Fair use to them does not apply to everywhere else. That's what I'm saying. Like, they don't believe in fair use. So like you can't, and the funny thing is like a lot of the American companies don't believe in fair use either. Like if you try to do like movie trailer reactions or like certain reactions, like they'll copyright claim your clips as well. Like they don't believe in it as well either. So it's like, it's not even just Japanese. It's like a lot of the, like the animation or a lot of the, like they don't believe in it. Like, or you get, like I said, or you have to cut your video up into 3-minute chops. Chop. You gotta like splice your video up and like you turn into a robot. If you're on camera, you turn into like because you gotta chop everything up. If you watch my anime, my Naruto anime reaction, like that's what I had to chop it up and chop it up and chop it up and see where I can't like leave stuff out or where I can. Like it's just too much work. I mean, don't get me wrong, like it's worth it. There's a lot of anime channels that have blown up and you can make a lot of money doing it, and that's fine. But like to me, it's just, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'll make somebody else, if I get an editor, maybe I'll let somebody else do it. But I ain't gonna do it. Maybe in the future I will, but I ain't doing it. I ain't trying to chop it up like that. It's too much. So yeah, that too. Your channel will get, yeah, you can get strike, dude. Remember what happened to that not Mark? This man had to bring on somebody who speaks Japanese and sit there and I'm in a kimono and start sitting there and bowing and all. Like, bro, like you shouldn't have to do all that. He bought all the anime. He bought all the anime himself. He paid for the anime. He's reviewing it. He's using a fair use review and he paid for it. He gave you money for it. What are you guys doing? He's not, it's completely fair use, right? Completely fair use. He paid for it. And it's not like, and he chops it up, right? He doesn't do it to where it's just straight up the whole thing. He doesn't just rip the whole episode. Whatever he's talking about, you see on screen, and he cuts from scene to scene. It's a review. It's a fair use review that they allow, that you're supposed to allow. That's legal in pretty much everywhere. And they'd be like, nope. And they destroyed that man's channel. And he has like a whole company. It's like, it's not worth it. You know, it's not worth that potential seriousness, like, you know. And they know, the funny thing about it is that they know this because they're okay with freaking Team 4-Star. So they're okay with Dragon Ball Z Abridged because, you know, those guys were able to get really to talking to the people there. So they know what fair use is. Otherwise Team 4-Star would have never became a thing. They would have just blown that channel up, right? So they know about it, but they just selectively want to enforce it, you know? So yeah. I think there's an explanation on that. Maybe if asking those who know Japanese copyright knows that stuff. Well, he did. Remember the time when you weren't allowed to do Let's Plays for Nintendo games or something like that because your video would be copyrighted? Nintendo never struck your channel, though. They would just, you're allowed to do them. You can copyright. All they do is that they would claim it. And that was bad because you wouldn't make any money off of it. A strike and a claim are two completely different things. Anime companies will often strike or block your videos to where nobody can watch it, right? What happened with Nintendo is that they would usually claim a video, right? Just, no, you can't make money off the video. You can do it all you want to, but they would just claim it. And then they did like the whole, what was it? The whole Nintendo Creator Program thing, and that thing was bad. They took too much revenue, and that was terrible. People complained about that. Then they eventually just said, okay, we're just going to drop everything. But here are some ground rules. And then everyone was like, okay, cool. I think that was back in like 2018. They did 2017 or 2018 that they did that. Excuse me. So yeah. Chibi Reviews once explained he has to talk through showing an anime scene to avoid a strike and leaves subtitles so you can follow. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't want to get into that. If I ever got into it, I would just use still shots. I would just use still shots and then like mix it in with like me talking and then still shot and then me talking and then still shot, you know, or short footage. Like if I need to really show something only like 2 or 3 seconds. So that's like if I ever did like anime content, that's what it would be. It would be something like that, you know. I mean, there was a number of game companies that were doing stuff like that. Like Grand Theft Auto Take-Two was also doing crazy stuff too with that. I mean, even still to this day, they might still claim some stuff. But yeah, there was a lot of companies that were doing that. I mean, the problem was that YouTube didn't. YouTube didn't get together with them to talk about this beforehand. So then like a lot of these companies were taking it upon themselves to protect their IP, and I think that was the big issue for like a lot of these companies, and for YouTubers was like YouTube didn't do their due diligence, you know. But to be honest, now like the system that we have now is it's much better than what it was, but like it still gives too much power to people that can strike you. Like it gives too much power to them, in my opinion. Also, so is Toei being so stingy. I don't recall other anime companies being this strict when it comes to copyright. I should be wrong though. I mean, pretty much most stuff that's like anime will get you like a lot of different anime stuff will get you copyright, unless it's like a super old anime or something like that. But anything like newer, like will get you like copyrighted on stuff, man. Like they're pretty strict. A lot of them are really strict. Okay, so yeah, that was a long time ago. So yeah, Sony gave me a copyright strike because I showed the PS4 Slim. I showed a picture of the PS4 Slim, and Sony thought that they were in the right to copyright strike me. I don't think I have the, oh man, do I have the email of what they sent to me? I don't like airing dirty laundry. I'm not going to read it, but I think I actually still have that email. And the funniest thing is they were like, yeah, don't do it again. You know, they were like trying to act, they were trying to act all hard about it. You know, let me see here. Sony. Yeah, I don't think I have it anymore. When I strike. Oh, do I strike or copyright strike? Let me see here. Yeah, they strike. Yeah, they striked my. They striked my channel one time for that. And it sucked, dude. And it really, really sucked. It really, really, really sucked. I hated it. But it was because I showed a picture of the PS4 Slim. But they removed the strike. I complained, and I said, you guys, this is fair use. I said, you guys are being lame. You're only striking smaller channels or mid-sized channels. IGN talked about it. GameSpot talked about it. All the big websites on their YouTube channels talked about it. You didn't strike theirs. Why are you selectively striking people? And then they said something to the lines of, okay, we'll remove the, after a couple of days, they said, we'll remove the strike. But I was like, and then they said, we'll remove the strike, but don't do it again. And oh my gosh, I think I got angry. Not only did I send them an email back saying, I said, how dare you talk to me that way? Who do you guys think that you are? Like, if you want to come sue me, that's fine. I got a lawyer. I'll take this to the court. Like, I don't care. You want to bleep the, you know how bad PR this would be? You know, for me talking about a picture that's fair use, you guys would lose. You would definitely lose. And you don't want to lose that case. You don't want to lose that one, because then you'd really have an issue there. Because all I did was show a picture and talk about it. That's literally fair use law. There's no, that's not fair use here in America. Like, they would lose. They would, if they went to court, they would lose. Just plain and simple, they would lose. So I was like, you guys can't talk to me like that. How dare you? But I also made a video too. I made it so you guys can go watch it if you want to go watch it. It's old. It's like 8 years old. But yeah, they were just being complete frauds, dude. Like, it was just a, super fraudulent, super fraudulent thing that they did. So I don't know where the video is, but yeah, whatever, you know. Trying to find it, I can't find it. But I know it was a while ago. I'm trying to look through. Oh yeah, I found it. 2016. Sony, liars, frauds, trash company. Yeah, so they're trash, man. They were trash. The funniest thing was people were like 5 years later, Still true in 2022. 5 years later, still true. 1 year later, things are worse. That's the funniest thing. Oh my gosh. But no, I had every right to say that because they put the strike on my channel. So they put the strike on my channel, and like like I said, all I did was show a picture of a leaked PS4 Slim. And once again, it was internally leaked. Somebody that worked for Sony leaked it from like the or somebody that it was on their end, you know? So I just didn't like how they were so selective with who they were copyright claiming. Like if they were doing that to everybody, then cool. But why are you doing it only to certain people? Like that's just the lame part about it. You know? Don't they said don't do it again. I was like, lady, I will, or I'm like, don't talk to me like that, bro. That is crazy. Crazy type of talk to me. So yeah, but that was that, man. It's in the past, but that's what happened. No Sony fanboy defending Sony in the comments. They were. There were people defending them in the comments. There were people definitely defending them. So yeah, like one guy was like, to call out an entire company and all who are within are trash, liars, and etc. is ridiculous. Was it wrong? Yes. Does every company make bad decisions? Microsoft, Nintendo? Yep. Does one handful of people make bad decisions in the entire company? No. But there are good people that work there regardless of your anger about the strike. I mean, the problem that I have with it is like Sony was, it came from management. It's not like it came from like, oh, just random. It came from management. Like there were management at Sony of America, the American Sony branch, that were telling them to do that. Because Sony's never done, like Sony's had leaks before. Sony's had all this before. Remember, at this point, it's 2016. We are 11 years into YouTube. There are full-time YouTubers who cover Sony, who cover Nintendo, Microsoft, whatever the case is. And we've had leaks. We had leaks before. Then we had leaks all the way back on YouTube, like with the PlayStation, the PlayStation 4, before the PlayStation 4 came out, or before the Xbox, when it was called the Xbox 720. We had leaks with Nintendo. We had leaks with lots of stuff. And, strikes weren't part of that, right? So that came from upper Sony management to do that. That came from the top dogs and the marketing brand. So I have to say, yeah, it's a garbage company. It's one thing to, copyright claim. If you want to claim the video, if you want to block the video, okay. I've had Nintendo and Microsoft block my videos before. You want to block them? Cool. No problem. You have an issue with it? We can hash it out. But strike? No. Like, if I didn't do anything that warrants a strike, then that's fine. Like, I got a Pokemon strike one time because I was stupid and I'm showing stolen Pokemon, what was it? For Pokemon Sword and Shield, right? Like live stream, like stolen Pokemon, like leaked stuff, or somebody like stole, like, or the information was like leaked and like they were showing them and it was just obtained in a bad way. Like you can't do that. Like that's like, yeah, okay, I get that, and on top of that, I was stupid. Like I had a chance to take Austin John, or I forgot who it was, but somebody informed me, I think it was Austin John, informed me like, hey man, like you should private your video or just take it down, like, because they're like striking people. And like, I was like, okay, yeah. But I was like, oh, they probably won't find mine. It's just a live stream. It's not like it's like an edited video or anything. And like, no, they found it, so I got a heads up. I got a heads up on that and I still didn't listen. So yeah. I mean, there's some Sony guys defending. I'm not looking through all the comments. There's like 300 comments. I ain't looking through all that crap, man. Like, what's that thing? I ain't reading all that. What's that meme? I ain't reading all that or whatever. I ain't reading all that meme. What was it? I ain't reading all that. I'm happy for you though, or sorry it happened. Yeah, like I ain't reading all that, so. So yeah. Oh, you're younger. Yeah, the back in the. I mean, I had already been on YouTube for a while though. That's the funny thing. Like even back then in my younger YouTube days, this channel was 3 years old at that point. But I had already been. I've been on YouTube since 2010. Like I did some stuff like back in the day. So that was only 5 years after YouTube was formed. But yeah, it was kind of like a wild ride because now, I mean, total, I've been on YouTube for 14 years at this point. So it's been kind of crazy. Like it's been like a long ride, you know, like a long journey to where we are right now. But it's fun, man. It's fun. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. You know, it's been super good, super good. So, hey, what's up, Dark Synchron? Welcome to the stream. So what happened to those other guys' podcasts? Yeah, John was busy. He had some stuff that came up, so he recorded a Q&A instead, like he's taking questions off Twitter, and stuff like that. So he's doing that. So yeah, good stuff all around. Make sure you guys hit that like button. We're gonna shoot for like another 10 minutes. We're gonna hit that 3 hours, get that extra bonus in. So I want to say thank you guys so much. Make sure you hit that like button if you have not hit that like button. If you drop a dono, if you still want to get a music request in, we still have some time for that, so you can do that. But I want to say big love to everybody that supported tonight. I want to just give some love right now, so I'm not rambling off at the end. So that's the Massive Rican Sicilian Gamer. Appreciate you guys, man. Y'all been carrying things. DeAndre, big love to Vadcent as well. Party Man Jamboree, Elliot, Super Christian Me World. Thank you guys so much. The African Triforce, Steve Garner, thank you. Super Christian, once again. Vadcent, Party Man, Dawson, Jazzy Jefferson, Sicilian once again. Chris, Sicilian once again. JTV. Oh yeah, JTV451. Thank you for your support, brother. Appreciate you. Jesse Shorty, what's good? Colin Kaepernick, thank you. Oh no, that was yesterday, my bad. Shot X, Yum Games, thank you guys for your support tonight. Let's keep it rolling. If you guys have questions, tag me at PlayerEssence, hashtag PlayerEssence, just PlayerEssence by itself. More than happy to answer all of your lovely, beautiful, awesome questions. I want to start drawing manga, but I know I'm gonna have annoying fans. Nah, man. If you want to draw manga, just draw it and just enjoy. Don't worry about the fans, you know. Don't worry about that, man. Just draw and enjoy. The Xbox 720, yeah. Remember those days? If Astrobot pivots Sony's plan, any chance of a Gravity Rush comeback? Yeah, absolutely. I think there's definitely a chance. There's always a chance, but you know, a lot of the guys who made Gravity Rush aren't there anymore. So the YouTuber who was known for being obese. Yeah, I already heard about that. I don't really care, man. I don't care. Not really worried about it, man. Let's see here. But yeah, that's what happened, dang. This is just amazing. Enjoy the time. Prepare getting a free ad, kick rocks, and enjoy your millions. That's what I'm saying, man. I don't know why Sony was so bent out of shape with that PS4 Slim. Like I said, like if you want to do that, then that's fine, but do it to everybody. Don't just do it to one or two people, you know? Don't just do that. So yeah. I didn't watch that dude's content, or I didn't fall for his tricks or his games or anything, so I don't really care about him. Instead of a new Gravity Rush, we should root for Astro RPG next. I don't think we should root for an Astro RPG. That doesn't even make sense. Astrobot is not an RPG, so why root for an Astro RPG? That doesn't make sense. Makes no sense. Astro is not an RPG. All right, take it easy, Chris. Thanks for coming out to the stream, man. Appreciate that. Fairy Tail 2. What about Fairy Tail 2? Are you gonna buy that game? Are you excited for that game, DJ King? I tell you, Yumiya and Fairy Tail 2, real-time combat. Can't wait for them. Need a time machine, dodge mechanics, and Yumiya. Got to make the combat more exciting. Yeah, we'll see how it works out. You know, I like turn-based combat a lot. But this one has like real time with the turn-based kind of like mixed in, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for Atelier. They put a lot of they made a lot of money off the trilogy, so they said that they can put more money. They put more money into this game, you know. So yeah. Says neither was Mario, and look at what happened. Okay, so what? And what's your point? What is your point? So Mario made an RPG, so therefore we should root for Astrobot to have an RPG? That makes no sense. So should we root for Crashed? Should we have a Crash RPG while we're at it? How about a Spyro RPG? Should we root for that? Should we just root for everything just because Mario has an RPG? We should just root for everything to have an RPG next? Is that what you're saying? So any platformer that has success, we should just root for an RPG next. Is that what you're saying? That's fine, I guess. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, Mario got an RPG how many years, decades after? You know, I don't know. I'm not rooting for Astrobot RPG next. I don't know. But hey, if that's what you want, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know. It took 10 plus years for Mario to have an RPG. So I don't know. I don't know if we should root for that next. Astrobot's got one real game. Like one normal, real, standard game. And he should already go into RPG. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we should root for like the next Astrobot game to come out and be really good, and you know, maybe improve his toolkit, you know, stuff like having more than just like one jump and then a hover jump, like where maybe he has more of a toolkit and they do more stuff with the game. You know, maybe we should root for that next. I don't know, but hey, RPG, just do an RPG because Mario did an RPG, so this one should do an RPG too. Makes sense. Since Mario did it, so did Astrobot, you know. I mean, never mind that Mario had like multiple games before then, like multiple platformers where they refined it and everything. Never mind that. Just Mario did it. So Astrobot should. Let's see here. And Astrobot's design looks like a base of the PS5 too, with Astrobot still being around. Sony releases PS6. Will Sony still be around? What is it like? What are you trying to like? I don't get your comment. OJ, I have a random questions. You think Unicorn Overload is worth getting more than Triangle Strategy? I think Unicorn's probably like, I like Triangle Strategy more, but I think Unicorn might be a little bit of a better game. But I do like Triangle Strategy more. We're not gonna get Mario Odyssey 2 on the next system. Here's the reason why we're not gonna get Mario Odyssey 2. Usually when Nintendo makes a new Mario game, like if they make a sequel or a follow-up to a Mario game, it's gonna be in pretty close proximity to that game because they're just gonna take ideas that they had or DLC or whatever and turn that into a game. If Nintendo had ideas and if they had stuff that they were gonna do for Mario Odyssey 2, they would have already released it by now. They would have just started working on it and do it. If you look at every Mario game that's gotten a sequel, like a 2 or whatever attached to it, it's usually done right after the game ends, and like they'll do it quickly. They'll release it quickly within the time frame. They're not gonna wait 8 years and then say, hey guys, here's a sequel to Mario Odyssey. Like they're just not. I don't see them doing that. It's probably going to be a brand new theme, brand new style of Mario game, and they're going to just do something different, you know. So I don't see them doing a Mario Odyssey 2 9 years, you know, later from when Mario Odyssey 1 came out. That doesn't make sense. So they're going to do like a new Mario style, new Mario game. The only time, like I said, the only time that they do like follow-ups is like when it's close in proximity to when they release. So Mario Galaxy 2, same system, same thing. But if they're going from one system to another, they usually don't. But even when they did, like let's say Super Mario 3D Land, Super Mario 3D World. Land came out in 2011, World came out in 2013. So it was close to each other. I don't think they're gonna wait 7 years, 8 years, then say, here's the sequel, you know? That doesn't make sense. Cali's Chili Zone. Thank you so much. This is with the Ray J voice. Mario did it first. Shout out, man. Thank you so much for that $2, dude. Thank you, 10 super on the live stream. But how can they top Odyssey? Many ways they can top Odyssey. many ways they can top Odyssey. Many ways. How could they top Mario 64 back when Mario 64 came out? How could they top Galaxy back when Galaxy came out? How could they top Galaxy 2 back when Galaxy 2 came out? Like, the same way that they've been topping other games whenever they come out all the time, brother. Same way. Nintendo's been doing this a long time. More inventive levels, obviously better graphics, more stuff that they put into the game, more toolkit with Mario to work with, more different power-ups. There's a variety of ways they can get that done. Variety of ways. I mean, I don't know if it's easily, but to sit there and say that, I mean, Mario Odyssey is awesome and it's a very good game. And I mean, it's not going to be something to where it's like they can think of ideas like, oh my gosh, it's just super easy. But can they do it? Of course they can. Of course they can. So, and this is why I don't trust any, and that's why I don't trust your judgment, House Gang, when it comes to stuff. That's why I always question Like your gaming judgment. That's exactly why, because you rather play Sunshine over Galaxy and Odyssey. That's exactly why. There you go. If you ever wonder why I always like question, and I don't take it, like when you say, hey OJ, you should try this, I always say, nah, I'm good. It's because your taste is bad. Because your taste is bad. So yeah, but it's okay. You're allowed to have that. But that's exactly why I don't really trust what people say on stream, because y'all be talking about, y'all will take games that are trash, or not trash, but are not great, and say, this is better. And I'm like, no, those controls aren't better. No, that camera's not better. No, that's not better. You just like it. No, it's not. Let's see here. No. No. I'm just saying anything that you suggest, House Gang, anything that you suggest. You've suggested stuff to me before, and I've always said, like, I always say, nah, I'm good. So yeah. You've suggested other stuff. I just know there's a lot of stuff that you said, hey, OJ, you should do this, or what about this? And I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Or you'll say, hey, OJ, what do you think about this? And I'm like, nah, I don't care. Like that Nicky Avocado, like you're asking, I don't care, man. Nobody, I don't care about him, you know? So, and I know there's a number, or like, oh man, looks like they're tanky. The enemies are tanky. And I'm like, no, not really. Like, there's just, like I said, there's a lot of stuff like we disagree with, like a lot, like your judgment on things just doesn't seem to be solid compared to. So I'm good, man. I'm good. Sunshine is not bad, but it's the worst 3D Mario for me. I mean, Sunshine's fine. I don't think it's better than Odyssey or Galaxy. No, just overall judgment, House Gang. Just overall judgment. Just overall judgment on how you see things. Just overall judgment, brother, when it comes to like stuff. Like the whole Mara situation, right? That situation. Like I said, the tanky anime situation, or the tanky situation with Expedition 33, some of your suggestions, I'm telling you, like, what do you care about? The fact that, you said that you're lying to your daughter because you talked about the Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus, like, just a variety of different things, man. Like, it's just, like I said, it's a mishmash of things that you say that end up, I'm just like, no. No, not really. Like, it's a lot, it's a number of things. But yes, House Gang did say that I lied to my daughter because I talked to her about tooth fairies and I told her about Santa Claus. Yes. So when I was saying that I don't like playing Among Us because you have to lie in that, and he's like, well, you talk to your daughter about the tooth fairy. What about that, you liar? You damn liar. I'm just like, what? What, I lie to her when I read her a bedtime story too? Like, what the heck? When I put my daughter in the bed and I tell her that she's a fairy princess, that I lie to her about that? Am I a liar now? Oh my goodness. So, no, you were trying to make a point that if you talk to her about the Tooth Fairy or Santa Claus, that would be like, you're lying. What are you, House King, bruh? Come on now, man. You were trying to make it seem as if you talked to, like, well, you don't like lying. No, because it would be lying if you talk to her about the Tooth Fairy or about Santa Claus. You're trying, it's a gotcha. It's a really bad gotcha, House King. Like, you even admit it. You said, oh, well, yeah, those aren't real. So if you did that, you're lying to her. That's what there's no other way around that. You're trying to say, well, you're saying lies to her about this. Like, that's the only thing that you're trying to prove. What else are you trying to prove by saying that? Like, what's the proof? Like, what is the scenario behind that, right? That's what you said. Like, so, like I said, just like the way that you think is just weird. It's just weird thought process. So yeah. Well, exactly. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, and that's like a dumbass gotcha. Like, it's a stupid thought process to say that somebody would be lying when they're talking to their kids about Santa Claus or Tooth Fairy or fairy tales. It's a really stupid gotcha. That's all. That's all I was trying to say. Like, so I say your judgment, the way that you think about things, your thought process is weird and awkward. And I don't jive with a lot of the things that you say. Now, I'm still going to say it and whatever, but a lot of the stuff you say is really stupid. So, like I'm not trying to be mean, but a lot of stuff you say is really stupid. Like that was a really dumb thing to say. But it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Like, we can laugh about it. We can have fun. You know, we can have fun and we can joke about it. But yeah, it's really dumb, but we can joke about it. But that's what I'm saying. I don't really trust a lot of stuff that you say. That's it. Like I said, it's not like I hate you and you're not banned or nothing, but it's just you say a lot of weird, awkward things because you don't have a lot of life experience. You know, you don't have kids. You know, you're still young, and that's fine. That's how young people. When I was young, when I was your age, bro, I say a lot of stupid stuff too. I'll be honest. I'll be the first person to admit I'd be saying a lot of dumb stuff. I'm so ashamed about the stupid stuff, the stupid questions I would ask people, the stupid ways that I treat people, the dumb things that I would say. Like, I'm ashamed. Like, if you guys knew everything, like I said, nothing like racist or nothing like too bad, but just like life experience, bro. I didn't have none of that back then. So, like, I would say a lot of stupid things. People would look at me like, huh? Like, let me give you guys an example, bro, of me being stupid as hell. One time when I was younger, I ordered a pizza, okay? And I ordered a pizza, and when the guy came, he looked at me all kind of funny. I gave him the money, and then he left. And he looked at me so funny, and I swear I didn't know what was wrong. And I didn't know what was wrong. For the longest time, I didn't know what was wrong. And then I think I told my brother or whatever, my friends, they're like, dude, did you tip him? And I'm like, tip him? Why would I tip him for driving all the way out to my house for a pizza? Dude, he drove pretty far because we lived out in the country back then. It was decades ago. Like, you didn't tip him? I'm like, no. And then he was like, and they were like, man, you're dumb. Like, you made him drive all the way out there. You didn't tip him. I'm like, oh yeah, maybe I should have. Like, stuff like that. Like, man, that was stupid. Like, you should have tipped him. He drove all the way out there. You got to tip that man. Even if it's a couple dollars, you still got to tip it. It's not like I didn't have it either. I had it to tip him. But just stupid, no life experience. Just doing, and I looked at it, and I think at one point I said, what? Like I said, what to him, you know? When he was like waiting there. Like he even like wouldn't leave. You know? So like stuff like that's embarrassing, you know? So yeah. So yeah. He says, house gang, you aren't in the gang, you're lying, bro. Your name's a lie. Says, I can feel you on that. I was so stupid. I had a kid when I was 17 and I thought I could handle it. Oh, you had a kid when you were 17? Bro, I feel for you, man. I feel for you. Yeah. Having a kid at that age is just no bueno because you're not even an adult yourself. But I mean, you're doing it, man. You're handling it. So you just got to deal with the consequences, man. You just got to deal with it, go through, see what, you know. And I think eventually you're going to end up being happy that, you know, when the kid grows up. How old is the kid now? Like how many years ago was that, Roger? Is it Fender? Thank you for the subscription, man. I appreciate that. Oh, he's almost 30? This is a long time ago? Oh, I see. Okay, you're an older guy. Okay, cool. I'm older too. All right. Okay, yeah. I mean, so all's well that ends well, Roger. Oh, okay. He was born in 95. Damn, people born in 95 are turning 30. Bro, no, we're old, bro. If you're born in 95, you're turning 30. I'm like, God damn, you're born in 95, you're turning 30. Man, we're old, bro. That's crazy that people born in 95 are turning 30. That is wild, man. That is so wild. Oh, dude, that's wild, man. Yeah, I'm almost 47. Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good, brother. Thanks for coming out. I like when the older cats come out. But, I mean, it's not even that old, to be honest. 47. Still got a lot of life left to live, man. But, I mean, yeah, it was 30 years ago. So, you're cool now. And you're like, yeah, it sucked back then when you first... But, you know, you're good now. And, like, you're happy that you had him. Like, you guys are, like, probably, like, homies, right? You barely older than him. My man's hanging out with the same. You're hanging out with the same people. Y'all both going to high school at the same time. I'm just messing around, bro. I'm just messing around, Roger. Yeah, it says, yeah, my bro literally turned 30 this year. Oh, man, that's crazy. My cousin turning 30 next year. It's crazy, man. We getting old, bro. We getting old. 45, playing on my Switch. I'm telling you, man, you're never too old. You're never too old. Like, you can say you're old when you die. When you die, oh, man, yeah, I was old. I died. Unless you died young. You don't, nobody, not going with nobody die young. But, like, if you get old and you're in an old age and then, like, oh, okay, then, yeah, you're not alive. Okay, whatever. You know, rest in peace, all that good stuff, right? But right now, if you 40, 50, man, no, it ain't nothing. Eat good, exercise, live healthy. Like, you can be old, like, birth year, but then you could also be, like, internally, like, your body. So, for me, I don't see myself as, like, old, even though I'm kind of old. I don't see it that way. I just see it like I'm still here, you know? I'm still here. So, let's go. Says, yeah, I learned a valuable lesson from it. I didn't have another one until 9 years later. But yeah, you were still young, though, when you had another one, but you were much better off, like, much better, like, in place. But I'll be honest, bro, Roger, like, even when I had my first, you know, child, like, dude, no, I shouldn't have, you know, like, it was definitely, you know, whatever. So it was so crazy because my last child that I had, that was, you know, my last child, my son, that was planned. And it's so crazy planning. Like, I never planned a baby, but if you plan a baby, all right. So on this day, I'm going to, you know, on this day, we want to have the child on this month. So this day, let's see, fertility, and then, like, it's such a different feeling because it feels like it's work. I felt like I was clocking in. I felt like I was clocking in going to work because it was like, hey, this is what we need to do. Like, do this. I felt like I clocked in, bro. Like, all right, January. Okay, let me clock in. Let me get the work in. All right, I'm out. All right, clock in today. All right, clock in. All right, wait for the paycheck. It was so weird, man. It was so weird. That one time that I had one kid planned, it was so weird. But it was like, okay, whatever, you know. Yeah, you have to. I like my son. He was completely like the month, the timing, health, nutrition beforehand. We planned like 3 or 4 months before. No alcohol, no nothing, no prescription, no nothing. All vitamins, nutrients, minerals, everything to get primed up. Then boom, fertility went in that month because we want to have him at the end of here. We're moving, so by the new house, we want to have him ready to go into the, like, we planned everything with my boy. We planned everything, and he's the healthiest, strongest. Dude's already walking, like, it's crazy. He is strong. He is healthy. He is full head of hair. He's got somehow has a lineup. I don't know how, but somehow literally came up with the freaking edge up. Came up with the edge up and a hair and a fro. Strong, oh my god. I'm like, yeah, when you plan and you say, hey, you're gonna do bro, you turn into a super baby. So the dude's genetics are crazy. Yeah, I planned the whole thing. 3 months before, then we said, hey, we're gonna do either December or January. So I think we ended up doing like around like January or something like that. But yeah, we planned the whole thing. So yeah. Let's see here. Original Thomas says, my son was planned too. It really felt like work. Oh yeah, it felt like work because I'm over here trying to do weird techniques and stuff to try to see if I can, like, I'm reading some stuff online. Hey, if you do this, you might get a boy. So I'm like, well, it won't hurt if I'm like, it won't hurt if I try, right? Like if I just maybe, you know, so I'm all reading all this stuff. So I already have a girl, so I wanted a boy, you know? So it was funny. Never again. I don't think I'm not gonna have any more kids. So no more planned, no more stuff. That was weird. So, yeah, man, you gotta plan it. Plan the whole thing, dude. Plan every bit because, listen, man, I keep it a buck, man. I keep it a buck. I didn't want, like, you know, if there's issues or whatever, I'm not gonna sit here and say that that's the reason why because you didn't plan. But really, what I wanted is no problems, man. I wanted a clean birth. I want to clean everything, even though the boy was so big, like, and the cord was wrapped around his neck. So it was, you know, there was some issue, but in terms of health-wise, the boy is as healthy and as strong as you can be. No situations, no issues. So I just didn't want to take any chances with anything. Like, no chances, no nothing. Not that it couldn't have happened. I mean, it still could have. Sometimes random stuff, but I wanted to make it like as low as percentage possible for anything to happen with the boy, right? I don't want him growing up with something or some situation to where there's something wrong with him, or there's something that's going on, or there's something like later. Like, I want everything to be perfect. So I was like, well, what can we do? I was like, well, this is what we're gonna try to just make sure everything's perfect beforehand and just hope and pray everything goes well. And everything went super well. But yeah, he's, like I said, super solid, heavy, big baby boy that's, like I said, already walking. Dude can walk already. He's not even a year. He's not even close. Well, he's getting there, but he was walking last month. You know, he was walking in his single digits, you know, single digit months in terms of his age. So boy's already walking, he's super strong. He picked up my PS5 the other day. He's awesome, man. He's gonna beat me out in everything, which is what I wanted. Paul Gale with the dollar says, how about some F-Zero music from Super Smash Brothers? Also have a good Sunday. Yes, sir. Let's do it. F-Zero music. Let's go. F-Zero Smash Ultimate. And this will probably be the last. We'll play this track and then we'll kind of wrap it up for tonight, guys. Thank you so much, Paul Gale. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Let's go. Combo breakers.
Combo breaker.
Let's go. He'll be taking me down in Smash soon. Yeah. I also noticed too, like my sister, her kids, they were all planned as well. And the boy, the oldest boy is literally more than, he's like 5, and the dude is like up to like here, like on my, like, he is tall, and he's just, I mean, the dad's tall, but I'm like, man, this boy's gonna be crazy tall, you know. But once again, they were all planned, everything was all set up. My wife, or my sister, she doesn't do any of that. She doesn't drink, do drugs, or anything like that. So all clean for the most part, man. So let's see here. Hey, shout outs, yo, Bobby. Hey, what's good, man? Yeah. I'll text you later, brother. I'll text you later. Shout outs, man. Yo, shout outs to Bobby. Appreciate you, brother. Yes, sir. Great stream tonight, guys. I appreciate you guys being here for real. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna hang it up after this. But yeah, it was a good stream tonight, man. Good stream tonight. I enjoyed it. Shout outs. A lot of good conversation. Hit that like button though, guys, if you have not hit that like button. Shout outs to everybody watching, man. You guys have been, like I said, incredible. Play a lot of Astro Bot today, if you can play Astro Bot. But make sure you guys, for those, if you have not seen my video today, talk about Spyro and talk about Xenoblade Chronicles X, watch my video today. It's really good. It's really good. So watch my video today on that. It's a good video. My son is 4. He's already taller than his 7-year-old cousin. Yeah, that's what my nephew. He's like already taller than like a lot of kids older than him. Like everybody, like he's in kindergarten. He's only 5, but like he's got like that much on like everybody in his class. But once again, my brother-in-law, he's tall. He's like 6'2", 6'3". So, and my sister's not short. She's like 5'7", 5. She's not short, a girl, right? She's not that short. She's not like she's like 5'2" or 5'1". She's like 5'7", 5'8". So, or 5'7". I'm taller than her by a little bit, by a couple inches. But so I think the boy's gonna be super tall, like really tall. Him and I have 2 nephews, and also the girl too. There's a little. I have a niece as well. So, so yeah, they were all planned. All 3 of them, all planned. So yeah. But my nephew's 6 foot by 5th grade. That was wild. Dang, 6 foot by 5th grade. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, he's gonna be really tall. How tall is the dad? 6 foot by 5th grade. OJ's son would be the athlete OJ could have been. That's how those planned birth. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I was a good athlete. Like, hold up, let's not get it twisted. I played college. I played in college. It's just my issue was I don't know. I just don't think I was good enough. I don't think I can blame anything. I think maybe I could have done better on my speed. Maybe if I was a little bit better with my speed, but I don't think it wasn't my path. It just wasn't this was my path. My path wasn't pro sports. It just wasn't, you know? It just wasn't that. There's nothing that I don't think there's anything that I could have done. I trained hard, man. Like I trained after college. I trained so hard for like the UFL. I trained so hard for professional. Like, so I played semi-pro, and I trained, and I was good there. Like, I was MVP of the league, and I rushed for like 1,000+ yards. We only played 7 games. I think I had like 1,000-something yards rushing. Like, I had like 15 touchdowns. Like, I played really well in semi-pro. Like, I played really well. And I had dude, our team was not good. Like, it was okay, but it was, our line was not good. And I did really well in semi-pro. So I took that footage, I took that film, and then I was able to get a tryout, you know, with Sacramento Mountain Lions, you know, UFL. And I just, you know, one year I went there, I ran the 40. I thought I did good. I just didn't make the cut. Like, I don't know what. There's nothing else I can do. I ran good. I ran routes. I caught the ball. I think out of like my drills, like 10 times out of my drills against linebackers, I think I beat the linebacker like 6 or 7 times, which is pretty good. So I think one time I got pancaked though, like, because I slipped and then the guy pushed me. But for the most part, I did really good. And I just didn't make the cut. So it's just like, it just wasn't meant to be. Like, and I trained year round. I trained for a whole year after that. That was like 2011. I trained and I was working out 3 times a day, 5 days out of the week. I was lifting and I was in, I think I have a picture, maybe if I can find, I think it's on my PS3. I could show you guys a picture when I was training like decades ago for this thing, or a decade plus ago. I was in really, really, really good shape, much better shape than I'm in now. I'm in okay shape, but I was in really good shape then, like really low body fat. I don't know what else I could have done, I'll be honest. Like, I don't know what else I could have done. So that's the reason why I say it just wasn't my path, because like I tried as hard as I could. So crazy. I'm a triplet, but I was born via cesarean section. Apparently, that's just wild. Dang, triplet. My wife's 5'1", my 5'7", my son and my daughter might be pretty tall. Oh yeah, they're gonna be 6 foot plus, Paul. At least your boy. I don't know how tall your girl's gonna be, but your boy's definitely gonna be like 6 foot plus. Dad was 6'4". His mom was tall too. Oh yeah, he's gonna be huge, dude. You might get a freaking a 7-footer. That's usually how they get the 7-footers. You got like a 6'5", 6'6" dad. Then the mom's like 5'10", 5'11". That's how you get like the 6'10", 7-footers. That's like Wembanyama. Like his dad is like 6'4", 6'5", and the mom's like 6'2" or something like that. And like Wembanyama's like 7'4". That's exactly how you get like those 7-footers. Is like that way. Like when it's not the dad, it's the mom. How tall is the mom? You know. Although sometimes you still might get a really tall kid, even if the mom's short. But like Ben Simmons, his mom's short, but his dad's tall, and he's like 6'10". But a lot of times how you get like the really tall people is like the mom will be like 5'11", 6 foot or something, and the dad's like 6'2", 6'3". So yeah. So it's all good though. So I don't know. I think it's a blessing and a curse though, being tall, because most of the time, like when you're like that tall, nothing's built for you. Like everything, like it's hard to fit into stuff, like beds and certain things. Just nothing's like truly built for you, you know. So I think that's the issue. Like that's the one thing, is the issue with being super tall. Yeah, my friend Bobby, who's like my best friend Bobby, who's in the chat on Twitch, he's like tall. He's like, what are you, like 6'3", Bobby, something like that. So like a lot of stuff just doesn't fit you. So like even being that tall stuff is like kind of bad. So like when I played basketball, a lot of the guys that were really tall, like, you know, like when we went to travel and stuff like that, like they'd complain about beds or certain stuff, you know, like shoes, beds, clothing, like nothing fits, you know, cars, like you can't fit into like if somebody has like a small Corolla, yeah, good luck fitting in that car, you know. No leg room, you know, long road trips, no leg room. So like everything's built for people like my height, like 5'9", like 5'8" to 5'10", 5'11", right? Everything's built for people in that height range. So it's tough being a little bit taller at times. Yeah, there's some issues with being taller. Yeah, being tall, knees, but I mean potentially heart and all the stuff like that puts more stress on the body, you know, over the course of time. So. Says cars, beds, clothes, shoes, it's all an issue when you're tall, yeah. All an issue, man. Just I felt like a sardine in a can. Yeah. Yeah, man, that's crazy, dude. This is crazy. I'm cool because like I fit into everything. Like I feel like they always have my size. They always have my shoe size. They always have everything that I need. Like I always have it because like everything's like built for people like my size. So it's cool. Oh man. So sorry if you explain what happened. Yeah, basically John just had something come up, so we couldn't do it tonight. So yeah. Small is for a dude 5'7", 120 max weight. Oh my goodness, yeah, you're really skinny. 5'7's not, I guess that's not too bad, but your weight only being 120 pounds, that is very skinny. That's definitely genetics, so it is what it is. Don't worry, have a cheeseburger on me, Flydius. I got you, brother. I got you, brother. Come to California, I got you. I got your cheeseburger, double cheeseburger with everything on it, and fries, and a large drink. There you go. And a protein shake while we're at it. Protein shake while we're at it. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. I did want to go some extra. We did end up going extra time because I owed you guys some time from yesterday. So, so big love. Thank you guys for coming out to the stream. Make sure you guys check out my most recent video. It is up. I talked about Xenoblade Chronicles X and what could happen with that game in 2025 potentially. So if you guys haven't seen that video, check it out. I appreciate you guys coming through to the stream tonight. I really appreciate it. And yeah, check out my video if you haven't seen it. So you guys have a nice night. I'm gonna go play, hang out with my boy and play some Astro. So I'm gonna do both. I gotta work out tomorrow morning though, so maybe I won't play tonight. Yeah, probably not. All right though, guys, thank you so much for watching. Shout outs, big love to everybody. Big love to Vatsa and the stream is the whole Kage stream. Big love to B Queen, Monado Mario, Party Man, Tall Man, all of you guys, even you, House Gang. Shout outs to everybody here. Dark Card, appreciate you guys, man. Seriously, love y'all so much. You guys make this stream go. Big love to Joey T. Appreciate you guys. Neo Blitz, thank you so much, man. Cuts, shout outs to everybody that came out to the stream tonight. It was awesome. And yeah, we'll see you guys probably Monday. I probably will take tomorrow off. So probably Monday we'll see you guys for live streams. But we'll have a video tomorrow. We'll have a video tomorrow at some point. But yeah, good stuff. All right, guys. Love y'all. Peace.